Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody on this fine Sunday? We are back for another episode of Makeup Magpies. So, this is episode number 17. I think everybody else keeps up
We're
with
gonna
it more
lose
than I
count.
do because I don't ever make a thumbnail. So, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
that's what it says. So, that's what it must be. But yeah, I'm Betsy and we decided to play with some melt eyeshadows today. So I have Muerte on my eyes because how could I not? So we'll bring it over to Nadia.
Hi. So I smacked something on my table. Hi. Today I am wearing pink millennial.
Millennial pink.
Millennial pink. And I'm loving it because I love pink. No Ruby.
My mom just messaged me if I have been beating this all out at home. I don't know what's going on. That was so distracting. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Rupy. For those of you who don't know me, I'm wearing Vita, and this is the first time I've actually ever used this palette. So
It looks gorgeous.
I love it. It's like a really nice, colorful fall look with a grungy lip, and I'm vibing. I love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting like sunset.
Yeah. Also, my eyes are really, really sleepy, so I feel like they look smaller than usual, and my eyeshadow's just like boom.
I'm Steven, and I am wearing the
Blueprint.
sorry, my brain is half broken right
You're
now.
all good. You're all good.
I'm wearing the Blueprint palette, and this is my first time ever using the Melt formula. I got the Blueprint palette like on discount from somebody who is getting rid of it, and I don't know how I feel about it. I think it turned out good. The look turned out good. I did have to pull in the blends palette from Blend Bunny, and I did pull out a shimmer from Terra Moons just to like do like my inner corner and like kind of layer on some of the shimmer.
Yeah,
I think the mattes are a little dry for me, but
I agree.
I love the color stories. Like I think that's the thing about Melt that draws me in is like their color stories are just like really phenomenal.
I know. I just like I look at this and I'm just like, wow, like it's so beautiful. But then there's only two shimmers, and the shimmers don't shim a lot for me. So I had to take some Terra Moons and Kaleidos and shim it up.
I feel like
Well,
with the Blueprint, it's the opposite. I have only two mattes, and they're very deep mattes. It's like
Oh,
a
really?
deep
I always thought
bluish
for
green.
some,
It's like a
yeah,
peacock blue, and then a brown.
I always thought for
yes.
some reason that they had more mattes than shimmers in their palettes, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, for the most part, I own every single Melt eyeshadow palette.
I guess
That's-
Mary Jane was a good split. That one had,
Yes.
yeah,
But
okay, maybe I'm
like
wrong.
Muerte has
like-
more mattes than it does shimmers. I think Vita has more mattes than it does shimmers.
Mhm.
Now Smoke Sessions has
Yeah.
more shimmers than mattes.
Right.
That's the
I
one
just-
that has like that minty
Yeah.
color story.
I know Muerte has that one really light shimmer. I guess that's my only gripe with this one is I wish it had something lighter that you could use for inner corner and brow bone. But I mean, I pulled a Terra Moons and I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine.
what I
I'm
have
made it
in
work.
The Kalaka shade, which is that off-white shimmer,
Yeah.
is what I have on my
Yeah.
inner corner. So if y'all tell me if I need to like highlight a comment because I've got two screens, so y'all will see the front of me because I changed it, but I can't see the comments from the angle I am at. But I guess we will go ahead and get started. I do see people are having conversations about
Yes.
eye pencils and eye infections. Yes, you need to make sure you clean
Oh my
your
gosh.
stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Clean your brushes. I wouldn't share eyeliners, mascaras, that kind of thing with anybody, just play it safe.
Should we say hello to everybody?
Yes, I was just going to say that. Let's quickly say hello to everyone and then we can get into the makeup.
Yes.
Look at the first person in, Jeremy Gotcher. All right. Hey, Tracy and Aileen, and we have Tori. We have Jamila's here. Did I already say Tracy? If I say your name again, it's just because my brain doesn't remember at this time of day. Hey, Kelly. Stella's here. No, Stella messaged me on Instagram saying she's waiting, and I was like, we're coming. Hey, Haley. And I think I saw Adam pop in here. Yes.
Yes.
Who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody?
Did you say
No.
Did you get Stella? I think you
Yes,
got
I
Stella.
got Stella. I think I got everybody.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the fun stuff.
And guys, just so y'all know, we do plan on getting the Magpies Instagram going again. It's just everybody right now is in 10 different places at once. So
I honestly, I feel like, and I'm just going to be honest about this in case this happens, I think with the holidays coming up, it's going to be a little bit crazy for everybody. So we'll try our best.
well,
I'm going to try to do my best. And I know, Betsy, you've got a lot going on with the move and health stuff, and Steven's busy all the time too. So
and Nadia's my mini me, so anything I'm dealing with, she's dealing with. So
I'm just living in the moment.
And they have puppies. The puppies are hard, so yeah.
Oh yes. And if y'all hear anything strange, let me tell y'all, we have 2 rescue dogs. Nadia and Cameron the other day driving home stopped to save 2 puppies. I told them after this, because I love dogs, that they better not bring any more animals into my house, because we weren't going to keep any of them. We were already going to keep one, and now we might keep the other, because everybody's like, you can't separate them. But they are super duper sweet, and they're in my office. The office door is open. So if there's anything, because they won't leave my side, just to kind of forewarn people. I think it'll be okay though. Okay. So first up hold on. There we go. MAC Cosmetics Contour and Highlight Palette. That is gray. I think you sent this, and
and I said it looked very great. I think it could be the lighting of the photo as well, because was it Stephen you that mentioned that Danny said it's an eyeshadow?
It it was Omega, I believe.
Yeah, okay, let me look it up. Yeah, so Omega is very cool toned brown. It's not gray. I think it's just the photo, because even the highlighter looks kind of ashy there to me. Let me see if I can
pretty,
show.
but nothing makes me want to buy this.
Okay, let me see if I can show you. See how that's like brown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's got a little more warmth to it than what they're showing us, because that's made for corpses, and we're not.
Yeah, I think it's the white balance on the picture. It's
for sure.
It's supposed to be Omega in there, and what happened is, like, Omega used to be an eyeshadow, but the MAC, what are they called? People who work for MAC, the makeup artists, they were using like Omega as like a contour. They were using other eyeshadows as like blushes, and so then MAC started putting out those shadows as face products, and Omega is one of those.
Yeah,
and
I actually recently bought a blush. It was a MAC blush. It was like so much cheaper than their regular blushes, and I was like, okay, maybe it's a mini, and it came to me and it was an eyeshadow size, like one of their single eyeshadows. But I was talking to Danny, and Danny told me that they do this a lot, where they'll convert certain things into other types of products. So I actually have a blush even from MAC that I use as like a sculpting shade. And then, like, a lot of people go into it, they're like, oh, they'll go into a MAC store, like, this is what I did. I went in and like, hey, there's a blush. I don't remember the name of the shade, but I know people use it for contour. They literally just pulled it out. They're like, here it is. So like, they know, it's like one of those things, like, everyone just knows as long as you're using MAC. Now, I need to see like better photos of this, but I might, because you guys know I'm a sucker for MAC.
I don't ever like contour my face. Like I ain't got time for that. So like, this is definitely a no for me. And I always feel like I'm like clownish when I try to contour, like no matter what I do.
Yeah. I think for me, it'll just depend on how cool toned it is. Because if it's too gray, I'm not going to get it.
When I contour, I use a stick.
I don't even, you know what though? I don't even, I'm going to be honest. I really just want it for the highlighter and the embossing.
Yeah. I know.
I don't even contour. First of all, I feel like I don't even need to, because I have that little dip that goes in. So it's like a natural contour that's already there. And my favorite thing to do is bronze with this guy.
That is the best bronzer. Hands down.
Freaking love it.
Bronzer.
It doesn't look like anything on your skin. Like, it's crazy to me. I hope she comes out with more shades.
Yeah, I used my Natasha Denona one today. Okay, next up. This is from NYX. This is in collaboration with Netflix, the La Casa de Papel, or Papel. if I pronounce things wrong, it's going to
Upend?
be, I'm not sure. And if I pronounce them worse than what I normally do, it's medicine, just so y'all know. But this is in collaboration with Money Heist. So I think this is like a bank robber show. I've seen
I think
it.
it's
Every time I see the pictures, I'm like thinking like it's supposed to be like anonymous because the masks are V for Vendetta. But that's kind of creepy. I'm sorry, that's creepy. I wouldn't want that as a mirror. Like I would probably see it like in my office or something and be like, what?
I can already imagine it in like a YouTube video. You're sitting there and it looks like, you know, your hair with like this face.
You're just like,
But
the palette's way too big. Could have been edited down. Just
that is a lot
some
of
of those
shades.
like I mean, some of those shimmers look exciting for NYX because I'm gonna be real. A lot of their stuff lately has not drawn me in, but I feel like if this was just edited down, but they kept in some of those shimmers that look a little more sparkly than the rest, it could have been. I don't know. Like, why do you need that many eyeshadows?
I don't know. The only thing I've bought from NYX in years is the glitter glue. Other than that, like I just don't. I feel like they're too pricey to be drugstore and not pricey enough to be like mid-range, but their quality is like to me on the lower end of drugstore, if that makes sense. I know some people love it, but I can't think of anything like off the top of my head other than, oh wait, the brow pencils, the skinny brow pencils.
I think they have good staples. Like I feel like they have good stuff for brows. They have the Epic ink liner, which I think is good. NYX is not a brand I think of for like lipstick or for blush or for eyeshadow. It's like if I was gonna go to NYX, I want brow liner, lash glue, the glitter glue you know, like I don't know.
But yeah,
I think it's too big. And
it's way too big.
Like not just is it too big, but like the shape is weird. And when I look at like how am I going to store this stuff? You know, like every time I want to add something to my makeup wardrobe, I have to ask myself, will it fit in my wardrobe? And the reality is like that's a clunky palette and I don't need a clunky thing. You know, if we're going to make something with like an interesting shape, like I know there's like those Byredo, however you pronounce it, cute. The Byredo, I think it's like a quad or a quint or something like that, and it's like looks like a pebble. Those are interesting and beautiful, and it's something that's going to like sit on your countertop, and it's okay that it's a weird shape because it's like meant to sit out. This is a weird shape, and like, but now I have to figure out how to store it like the Glam Light palettes, and I'm like, no, thank you. I don't know.
I think NYX had their best high when they came out with like their butter glosses and things. Like that was their like, you know, they were like, you know, the drugstore brand everyone wanted. I feel like right now it's just they're trying too hard and it's not looking too great. I mean, remember Tetris? Wasn't that them?
So, on to the next one. The next one is, okay, so
hey Sherry.
They are doing a Star Wars extension. So they had the child palette to begin with. So it is a re-promote, but then they're also adding Luxe lip oils, a makeup bag, a mirror, and the Mandalorian palette. I'm not buying this. Like I bought Baby Yoda because it's Baby Yoda. Even though I'm not like the biggest Star Wars fan, I do love Baby Yoda. But like,
but I feel like even then the Baby Yoda or the child palette, whatever it's called, I feel like the color story of that one's still somewhat better. Like you can still do a few things with it, where it's like that one just looks like gray with a pop of yellow and a dark brown.
Yes, and it should have had more like maroon color. Like I don't know. Like I feel like it's lacking. But you know, I think that is a problem with Color Pop lately, is they're pushing out too much and it's so lacking. Like the Hocus Pocus collection from last year was so much prettier than the Hocus Pocus from the collection from this year. So I don't know, but I'm not getting this.
And it's funny because we were all mad about, well, not all of us, but most of us were mad about the Hocus Pocus last year. But now that they came out with Hocus Pocus 2, it kind of makes it look better.
It does.
It does.
Sense, yeah. You know? You're like, oh, wow, yeah, that Hocus Pocus palette was way better. Like, I would have got that one.
Mhm.
And then they brought it back to kind of get you with that whole, it's all a
Yes.
trick. They're tricking us.
The trick.
So
I was like really excited
Jamila,
for the
yeah.
when I saw the tease for this ColourPop extension of the child palette. I was excited because I was like, this could be fun. This could be like, because they did a really good job with the child palette. They just did the one palette, and you could tell they put some thought into it. The colors work really well together. People seem to like the formula in that palette.
Yeah.
It was just very popular, and I was really excited for that because I was like, well, if they come out with like a palette that's like equally as amazing, or some other product that's equally as amazing in this, then maybe I'll finally get the child palette because I don't have it yet. And also, I can't remember what her channel name is, but Maggie did a products I want to see more of, like extensions to, and she mentioned this one, and I thought that's hilarious because she mentioned this in yesterday's video, and then like literally like an hour later, this got teased. So I'm just bummed.
Yeah.
Like everything you said, I'll echo. It's a boring palette.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
So Jamila said, I don't understand how ColourPop is still in business. It's just because it's affordable and it's accessible, and
it's
they get people with the IP because they do that a lot. But I
Mhm.
think generally just there are a lot of like ColourPop OGs that buy, like they have been buying ColourPop since ColourPop was only lippy sticks and lippy pencils or whatever. Like that's all they had. I'm pretty sure it was like the two different products, and people were going crazy. And I think people just don't care. They just want more, so they'll buy it, So
Yeah. Anytime I have that kind of thought, like what you said, Jamila, where it's like, I don't understand how X is still in business. I don't understand how that is still a thing. That is, anytime I say that, to me, that's an indicator that I need to like take a step away or take a step back and like recognize that statement, that question I just asked actually means I'm not that target demographic.
Yeah, like there's a market for it, but it's not me.
I just used the ColourPop lip gloss.
Hey, Millie.
So.
Well, and I see Colin saying that they don't understand people buying every release, but I mean, I used to buy pretty much every ColourPop release. Because it's exciting to get new stuff, or at least it is for me. A lot of times that's what the purchasing is of it, is the act of getting something new, playing with it, and then I put it away and forget it. And ColourPop is, it's not smart to spend $125 on a Pat McGrath palette and be like, oh, I'll play with it once and put it away and forget it. But it doesn't feel as painful if you're doing it with a $12 palette, because that's going out to eat for lunch, But over time, it starts to add up, and I'm like, hey, I would rather have a Chipotle burrito than another ColourPop palette at this point.
Ooh, Chipotle sounds good.
Doesn't it? So next up, we have the new Besame Princess Collection. This one is Moana. And this packaging, y'all, is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love everything. I don't know. There's something about this that gets me. Like, it screams Moana, but it also invokes memories for me, like going to Disney World and being like at the Polynesian resort and going like to the luau that they do there. And it's like, so this just makes me happy.
I miss Disney.
But I love anything that's Hawaiian themed, or like the Hawaiian Islands. Like, I don't know. But
I
yeah,
do
this
too.
is gorgeous.
I have a soft spot for Hawaii.
But yeah, any thoughts, any comments, questions, concerns before we move on to the next item?
I'm just ready for Besame to stop producing these, because it's getting boring, and it really, really, really is tapping into that like FOMO collectability mindset, because now we're at a point where like, well, I'm not going to get them all, but this will be my chance to actually get one, and I'm like, you keep seeing them come out over and over. And so like, I have a feeling that people are like going to be buying these when they don't need them or don't actually want them, because of that like sense of being part of the club that has one.
Well, and they've only got, this is the 11th princess. There's only 12. So there's one more after this, and then it's done. Unless they do it again.
I'm so
here-
glad. I'm so tired of talking
I'm
about
trying
this.
to think. Okay, so they've done Belle. They've done Cinderella. They did Tiana. They did Moana. They did Pocahontas. They did Sleeping Beauty. Did they do Snow White? I don't think they did Snow White yet.
No, I don't think so.
So Snow White,
She's
I
the
guarantee.
first. She has to.
Remind-
She has to be. She's the first.
Huh?
Wasn't Snow White like the very first Disney?
Yes, she was the very first Disney princess. Walt Disney got an honorary Oscar that had the Oscar dude and then like 7 small ones because of the 7 dwarfs that was presented by Shirley Temple.
Cute.
One of those.
Hi-
That was before they had an A Oscar for animated movies.
Is the highlighter the same color every time?
I don't know.
I
It
think
seems
they
to
look.
be.
They
It
seem
looks
to
looks
be.
the
like
same.
it, and I just don't see the point of talking about it.
No, to me, it's just the packaging. And then that's all it is for it, is it's the packaging.
Yeah.
I mean, because I haven't tried anything yet from Besame because like nothing has really like, oh, I need to have this. But those are gorgeous.
I think the only thing that I was really intrigued by they did was that Marilyn Monroe collection. That was them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only one. Hey, speaking of,
This is a Marilyn
Speaking of-
Monroe times Revolution. Pro.
why?
I do not like Makeup Revolution. I am sorry.
Why?
To me, they are worse than ColourPop.
They're gonna
Uh,
ruin this so bad.
Like these
bad.
look beautiful, but I guarantee you the quality is terrible. I haven't ever seen anybody who's like, "Oh my god, Makeup Revolution is my favorite brand.
Yeah.
They have the best."
Only if they're getting it in PR.
Yeah.
or they're collabing with them.
I think I've only used 2 products from Makeup Revolution. I have a highlighter from them, and I used to have their banana powder.
Banana.
Bum, bum, ba, bum.
I can't remember if this is true or not, but I feel like Makeup Revolution is one of those brands that's easily accessible in the European Union and over there. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
whereas we have a lot of stuff here, a lot of options.
Mhm.
This could be the only option for affordable makeup for people over there. So
Yeah.
take that with a grain of salt.
Exactly. I mean, like, I remember years ago when the US already had Sephora. We didn't have Sephora in Canada. It was like non-existent, not a thing. I didn't even know, like, I used to hear about Sephora, but you didn't actually know what it was. All we had was MAC and drugstore. So, you know, we don't know what the markets are like in other countries. I mean, like, think about it. I don't have Ulta. Ulta has brands that we don't get in Canada. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
all
like,
have shoppers.
You don't have
and I would
access to
rather
Nabla, do
shoppers.
you?
Nabla,
Yeah, you don't have access
I
to them
can-
because
I can access through Morphe's website, but they only have certain things. And then I think also off of Beauty Bay, but then I have to pay a custom. So,
yeah.
yeah. Yes, Canada has Shoppers Drug Mart, and it is amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody here just wants your point system. That's all we
Exactly.
want.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
want to be able to buy, what is it, like Chanel?
Groceries. No, you
Yes,
go
buy
buy
groceries to
your groceries.
get free Chanel.
Yeah. Yeah, you go buy groceries, you gain your points, and you use it on Chanel or Dior or whatever you want, you know.
What's this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Bondi?
Bondi's
Skins.
Bondi's
Skincare?
Bondi. Why is
Bondi's.
it spelled? No, look how it's like.
Bondi
Oh, it's
Sands.
Bondi Sands. It's Bondi Sands.
Okay, so I was like,
Not Bondi
Bondi's.
Sands.
My brain
Bondi's
was not.
and skincare.
She's like Bondi's and skincare. What?
Exactly. Okay, so they've got some new skincare: Freshen Up Gel Cleanser, Puff and Buff, not Puff,
Puff.
Buff and polish.
Buff and Polish, and Fountain of Youth Serum. So this is inexpensive. I haven't ever tried anything from Bondi Sands. I think that they make like self tanner, but I've never tried it. I don't know.
Tracy, are you saying that Bondi is an Australian company?
I think that they are.
Anytime
Okay.
I hear the word Bondi, I always think of Australia, so it's probably possible.
So
This
it
is
looks
really
nice,
refreshing.
but I have
It-
so much skincare, it ain't even funny.
The packaging feels very like Gen Z, and it does
Yes.
not attract me. It doesn't feel sophisticated. It looks
Oh,
like
it's
kids.
Bondi.
Bondi. Okay.
Bondi.
I don't know why. It just looks like stuff that kids would use. And I hate the tops. They look like wide out.
To me,
lids.
it feels
I don't know.
very late 80s, early 90s, like the stuff like you'd get like Teen Spirit or like the baby, like everything was very pastel and like, to me, it feels like hospitalish. I don't know if that makes sense. Like in my head, this screams like that type of thing. I don't know.
I hope it's good. I hope it's effective. It looks like it's affordable, so that's great.
So Kiara, I think, Farragon. I have no idea how to say her name. I am so sorry. Has her own brand. So there's lipsticks. I have no idea, but the lipsticks look like they're like off of, like they're vibing off of Pat McGrath. There's blush. There's an eyeshadow palette. Looks kind of boring. I mean,
this all looks very boring.
Whoa, I hate that. I hate that packaging right there so much. Like the way that I don't want your name on my, you know what I'm saying? Like that is like self-promotion.
Karen Harris says she's a mega celebrity. And Karen Harris, haven't you had your baby yet? I'm just kidding. We're waiting on baby 8.
We are
literally
waiting.
Karen, I am like stalking your Instagram stories. I'm waiting for you to be like, got the bag on her way. Like I would put your I hardly ever do this for anyone. I have notifications on for your stories now because I need to know when you're headed to the hospital.
I like every time I go in and I see Karen has a story, I'm like tap and it's like, oh, here's some swatches. And I'm like, Karen.
Oh yeah, Karen will tell you every day on Marco Polo. I'm like, hey, did you have the baby yet? Are you having contractions? How are you doing? Almost every single day.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's that baby at? But yeah, no, I mean, this seems, I don't know. I hate this. And maybe I'm just being like petty, but this is terrible. This is awful. This doesn't say what it is. It's like someone personalizing their cup. You know what I'm saying? This feels like this should just be hers.
It looks like a watermark.
Okay, but Christian Dior was just, why is that guy's name on my bag at some point? You know, like
this reminds me I'd get from Claire's.
I don't know who she is.
I feel like this looks cheap though. The way that this is done, it's not like when you go buy.
I'm not a fan of the glitter packaging thing going on there.
Well, I mean, and it's also like the way that her name is on there and stuff like that. I think that like coming from like the somewhat design background, I'm sure Millie probably has thoughts. Like the font is very, very basic. That looks like it's just Arial rounded.
It would have looked so much better as a signature.
So it would look better.
The font looks like something you would see at the bottom of like a palette in fine print. Do you know what I mean? Like
the thing I don't like about it is it's the black font with the white outline. The white stroke around it like really bothers me. Whatever it is, I can't say it. And also those eyes are very creepy. Like the eyes on the
this whole thing is
palette.
Honestly, I don't like.
Oh, so, I see it. Okay, yes. I don't like that. Yeah, no.
So she's an Italian blogger, businesswoman, fashion designer, and model who's collaborated with fashion and beauty brands through her blog, The Blonde Salad.
What?
What a weird blog name.
Blonde?
Okay.
So it's just not for us. We'll leave it at that. Hopefully the products are good. If someone buys it, I hope they love it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry.
I'm a blog. I'm going to call it the brunette dessert.
Ooh.
I would much rather read a blog about the brunette dessert than the blonde salad. Salad is never fun. I mean, who thinks, salad, that's an interesting, I'm going to go to a restaurant and order a salad. The only time I want to eat a salad is whenever I'm like trying to lose weight. That's punishment.
Yeah, or I can't wait to go home and read about salads tonight.
I don't know. Whenever I hear I heard blonde salad and my brain went into the gutter. So that's all I'm saying.
Oh gosh.
Okay. So Lunar Beauty, this is Manny Umue's brand, and this is the holiday release. So we've got brushes, we've got lippies, and then we've got this monstrosity.
Those brushes look really beautiful.
I hate this palette.
Are we just going to go from one thing to the next where we just want to set everything on fire? Everyone hates everything today.
I thought
Okay.
it was going to be more tame today, but listen, I was excited when Manny started sneak peeking this. I was like, ooh, we're going to get like a holiday eyeshadow palette. Like, because last year when Moonspell came out, or was that the year before that? I can't remember.
Moonspell
Anyways,
was a Halloween release.
I don't understand this. He's not a makeup artist brand.
Lunar
Who was
Eclipse
buying
came out
this?
last year, I think.
Yes, that was the
Yeah,
Christmas release,
yeah.
and I love Lunar Eclipse. That one's like
Yeah.
a good neutral palette. That silver shade in there is freaking amazing. He does do eyeshadows well.
I'm not
But-
understanding what's happening in the middle and then what's going on around
Wait,
it.
wait,
I don't
hold on,
either.
pause. Karen Harris says, look it up. She has a picture in a bathtub covered in salad. We need to look this
What?
up. Detour.
Wait.
Betsy.
Betsy, go look it up.
Let's see.
A blonde salad.
I need to know what this is. I know, Millie, it's such a random release.
And-
Jamila, no idea.
Are
Karen
these powders? Are they eyeshadows? What
They
is
are
this?
powders, and he did say why
They're
he
face
released
powders.
it in a palette like that. I did watch that video, because he said that he like when you're buying things for a brand. That's weird.
Where's the
What?
bathtub? What is that? A purse but toast?
I
What?
have no idea
An
what
avocado
this
toast purse.
is. Like, what?
The thing with
the-
her holding her chest kind of made me like. I was like, "What
It
is
is very
that?
young.
What is this?"
What the hell?
Yeah. See, Stella, that's the thing. I feel like if he did duos or something, it would have been a much better
Yes, exactly.
product. And I'm saying that only because it's not a makeup artist brand. Makeup artists are not going, hey, I need to go pick this up from Lunar Beauty. His consumer base are people like us.
No.
You know,
Here it
What-
is.
where? Oh, you found it. The
Where
salad
is it?
bathtub. The blonde salad. Oh God, I hate it so much.
Where is that? Like, is
I
that
just did Google image search. I said her name and then bathtub salad.
bathtub? Oh, no,
there.
sorry.
Oh.
I'm making fun of it.
And then there's someone putting a Barbie doll in their
She's in
bowl.
a bowl.
There we go. Let's see if we can make that
Oh,
bigger. That is
gosh.
terrible. That is god awful. I'm sorry. That's terrible. Let's lay in a bed of
Why?
romaine.
How much lettuce was wasted?
I have
Well,
Exactly.
no
I think
idea.
it's like-
wasted.
Is that real
It
or is
might
that
be
photoshopped?
It could have been photoshopped, yeah.
But he did
still.
say that, and now if this does interest you, I have a feeling that it's probably going to be a good product because he did say that the powders were the same as the blush palette. The blush palette is amazing as well. The brushes he has are good. It's just like, I feel like this is too much and the packaging is very childish.
Karen said that he said for his self-funded brand, it made more sense for him
To
to,
do it
buy
as a
one
palette.
SKU. Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense. I think Karen also commented earlier saying that if you want to know why he did a face palette, he explained it in his video.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if you're interested, I didn't watch the video because I wasn't interested in this release. So,
Mhm.
I tried to catch it while I was editing and I saw bits
I
and
agree,
pieces.
Stella.
But again, the packaging about it is probably the thing I don't like. I would have rather, like, if he would have done this and did it like in the same thing that he did the blush palette in, I
Mhm.
probably would have better feelings about it. But to me, that looks like, okay, so again, I'm going to show my age, but like whenever I was 15, 16 years old, everybody did everything in moon and stars. Like everybody had like those navy blue sheets with like the moon and star faces, and everybody had that kind of stuff. And
Mhm.
that's what it reminds me of. It feels very cheap and kiddish. Again, the lip glosses, the brushes, I know that stuff is, if it's same formula, it's great. I'm not doubting that the products are great. It's just, I don't, and that's part of it is we're allowed to critique things that we don't like and without, and even still say that we do love their products. As I said, I think it's the packaging more than anything that bugs me.
I agree with that. I think there's a few things about this launch that confuse me. The packaging doesn't feel on brand for him. Like the imagery does, but like the quality of the packaging looks to be like weird. Whereas before he's done like, has he done anything in that form factor where it's like round like that?
No.
Mm-mm.
That just feels like a bad choice. That feels like someone in that meeting, in that boardroom should have been like, okay, we get what you're going with, but like, let's think practically.
Mhm.
Like it just feels like a glam light palette, and
It does.
I cannot stand that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then also like I understand like the whole skew thing. It totally makes sense. Like on a business level, it makes sense
Yeah.
to be if you're
Mhm.
self-funding to do it that way.
Mhm.
I guess I would just say maybe just go with the second one. Maybe just
Mhm.
like save up a little bit longer and go with two. Split that down the
Yeah.
center, and you can
Yeah.
have like
Like
the
have
moon
one
and the
for
sun
light,
or
one for dark.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Mm.
just
Yeah.
weird. And it just looks very
Yes,
like
Tori.
weird.
Claire's vibes. It gives
Mhm.
Claire's vibes. I've been trying to like think of what it reminded me of, and I feel like that's it. I
Okay.
just don't love it. I don't know.
Next, we have, what is this? Oh, this is talking about Ariana Grande's brand, REM Beauty. Okay. Anybody have any thoughts? I mean, hopefully she has an amazing eyeliner.
I
We
hope so.
traumatized Tracy with the salad girl.
Yeah.
But to me, that's what like she does. To me, that's like, okay, you're starting a makeup brand. You're not someone I feel like is known for makeup. Like she does a great winged cat eye,
In her
but not much
ponytails.
else is going on. So I don't know.
I-
That's what,
yeah.
like I feel like when I was a teenager, again, celebrity perfumes were the big thing. Like every celebrity had a perfume. Well, now it's like every celebrity
Mhm.
has to have a makeup brand when they shouldn't. I'm sorry, but not all of them should.
Wait.
Salad
Do you
fingers.
see Karen's comment? Did
Yeah.
anyone see that lipstick?
Yeah, we showed it
What?
to each other. It was it's the gun
What?
with like the little pink coming out of it.
I can't remember
Some of
now.
like the lollipop looking thing.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Where they,
lie.
like,
I need to
shoot
see
it and
what
it goes
looks
boop.
like. But ultraviolet midnight shadows eyeshadow palette sounds interesting, but I'm sure what I'm visualizing right now is not going to
Mhm.
exist.
So.
I just I feel like
Oh my god, yes, she should have came out with ponytail clips. I was just saying earlier, I wish
Yes.
I had a cool cuff to wear around my ponytail. I would have loved
I
that.
think
I
one
would
of
have been
her
all over
brands
it.
actually does sell like extensions and things like that.
I don't know. I think that hair stuff makes more sense. Like, hey, let's find stuff that, like, when you have your hair pulled back, like in a tight ponytail, like that, you don't get a headache. And, to me, that makes more sense. Sephora Holiday is starting 2 days ago for Rouge. It starts on the 9th for VIB. And
Okay.
then if you're regular insider, it starts on the 11th. I'm not buying anything because there's not anything that I need. But there are tons of the creators that are in the chat now that have created Sephora recommendations. So if you're wanting recommendations, those
Heck
are some
yeah.
people to go look at.
Yes.
But
I'm looking for the lipstick now.
Yeah.
I have no Sephora. Like I love Disney, but this is just
What is
this
this?
makes me mad.
Morphe,
Someone did a
exclusive.
Oh, no, I was watching Tara Baby's Saturday haul-in, and she said she did a look with this. So when she swatched it, it just looks like but she said whatever look she created with it was really, really cool. And she's like, it's so different
I feel like
that
this could have been like the
I
Cruella
can create
palette.
that.
hmm
This could have
Yeah.
been the Cruella palette,
I don't like
Yeah.
Morphe's quality. I mean, like I won't buy anything from Morphe because I don't trust Morphe's quality. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
And I hear it from a lot of people actually. From a lot of times they're blacks for some odd reason just are a bust. Like they're terrible.
This
And-
one looked really good when Tara Baby swatched it, so I don't
Well,
know.
not even just swatching, but like if you
Yeah.
barely like hit your palette, like the black one for some odd reason is always the first one to like break.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I think
So-
that happened to my Davina. I forget what the name. I think it's Karma. It's also a black shadow. I feel like the black pigments are just super soft, especially when they try to get it really pigmented.
Mm.
Yeah. I used to so I used to have that original Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I loved that palette. I
That
had
was
so
a
many
good
cool looks.
formula.
Yeah, I wish they would do more of that. Maybe I'll try another Morphe palette someday. I don't know.
But they even changed her palette formula after the fact.
They did. So the palette that I had, the
That's
original
why-
one, that same palette, people's were really, really crappy quality.
Well, and then Jacqueline was like, they didn't tell me that they changed. But
Yeah.
again, that's why you can't trust a brand like that. Oh, say her palette was your favorite eyeshadow palette ever, and that's the only eyeshadow palette you went to buy, and you finished it off, and you're like, oh, let's go buy another one, and then it's crap quality. What the F? You know what I mean? It's like,
Oh yeah, Jamila, I was watching your video actually while I was getting ready for Magpies, and I heard you like their elite brushes. I haven't tried those, I don't think.
Yeah. So next, but I don't need any brushes, so I wouldn't be trying them anyway.
I don't need brushes either. I have so many.
Is the new quartz collection from ColourPop. It's like a little bit deeper version of the Mandalorian palette.
Yeah.
What I like about this launch is that they separated the pressed glitters from the palette. So the singles are the pressed glitters, and everything in the palette is either a matte or a shimmer. I think there might be a sequin shadow in there. So I like that because I feel people have been asking them to do things like that. So that's great. I also think that if you're somebody who has been wanting the color story of the Natasha Denona Glam palette, but but that's out of your price range, this I think would be a good option for that. And it's actually a little deeper than what Glam provides.
And it's like nice and condensed version of it as well.
Yeah, because Glam doesn't need as much as it has in there.
Well, but I will say this tan shade right here and this one right here, they look identical.
Yeah.
This silver and this silver, this one's a little bit more glittery, but this one, I mean, like they're the same. I don't know.
Isn't that a matte though?
I don't know. I can't tell. This kind of looks shiny, and these both. You see what I'm saying?
It could be that sequin thing again.
I think this is the sequin.
Yeah, it
but
could be
those
the photo.
two. Yeah, I don't know, but
I saw Betty Bean use this on her channel, and the look she came out with was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And these potted liners also look really beautiful.
Silver
and I really think that you could get a lot of really lovely glam looks with this.
My issue with ColourPop's potted liners like this is they do tend to dry out.
Oh, okay. I'll pass then. I was just going to ask you what their formula was like.
But I need to get some of the Duraline because you're supposed to be able to mix that back in and like.
Oh, okay.
Because it's supposed to work with like all your gel and cream shadows and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I really like that silvery one.
That silver is a good color. I would rather it be from Melt though. Melt's gel liners like that are amazing.
Like I'm considering using one of these like gel liners, laying it down, and then going in with like the pressed glitter and like just patting it into the gel liner when it's still a little tacky. That would be a really beautiful look.
I wish that the lippies that went with this were cool toned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little gray.
Yeah, they don't feel like they're the right kind of colors to go along.
You should have had this color.
Yes.
Does anyone make a gray lipstick? Like, does Menagerie make a gray lipstick? Or...
There's a lot of people that have like grays and cool tone browns that are on that grayish side. I have several that are almost gray, but they're like, but they're more like a nude color. And those are the type of lips that I want to wear when I'm wearing more cool tone looks, because to me, there's something like when you wear, like if I'm wearing cool tones on the eyes, I want cool tones on my cheeks and I want cool tones on my lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too much contrast.
Oh yeah, Black Moon makes an excellent gray. Tracy said they have a really good formula from what I hear.
You could also use any of your eyeshadow on your not any eyeshadow, but you can use a lot of eyeshadow on your lips as well. Like
I would love Kaleidos to do a gray in this formula.
They have a lavender.
No, I want a gray.
Well, it's like
gray or nothing.
It is gray, but it's like a purplish. It has a little bit more purple to it because like a straight up gray.
I want like a charcoal.
Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Melt has a gray one.
Okay, Karen, I guess.
You can mix black and gray. Say, Karen, come in at us with some good stuff. Let's see. Okay, Jaclyn Hill's coming out with jewelry. I don't need any of this. Like,
I was actually looking at some of the pieces, and I kind of want to someday try some. She's got some really cute pieces.
I do really like affordable. The little tiny pendant ones, the cute little ones.
Yeah, she's got some cute earrings and things.
But
I maybe.
Here's the thing though, like you can go to like if you want to support her, if you want to buy from her, I'm not going to tell anyone to stop doing that. But I'm also going to tell you that you can find really great quality jewelry at like secondhand shops.
This launch was a disaster, apparently.
A
That
disaster?
didn't surprise me.
That doesn't exactly. It's Jaclyn Hill, and that's not trying to be shady. It's just 9 times out of 10, there's a problem.
Yeah, and I almost begin to wonder if it's because she doesn't fully think through before doing something, you know?
Okay, first off,
Like,
the
I wonder
Everyday
if she's-
Mini and the Crescent Moon Classic and the Boss Hoop, you can find those at Target.
Which one? I don't
You
have
can find
Target,
all this
but-
The
makeup.
Everyday
You can find
Mini.
all this these jewelry at Target for sure.
Well, I mean, it's like the crosses. That is like the simplest of simple crosses. I've seen that same style, like with stones. I mean, that is like
I
nothing
wouldn't
original.
wear a cross, so that's not a me thing. But I wish I had Target because I would see Karen Harris rocking like some cool
Target.
earrings and things.
Yes, Karen. She runs
Yeah.
an Instagram page called
The thing- the
All I
thing-
Want Is Target, and she does some good stuff on there.
Yeah. Does Target have an online thing?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
So I could ship to you probably. Okay.
Has Jaclyn ever had a good launch? I think her blushes and her
Yeah, her blushes
her
were a
recent
great
stuff
launch.
has gone pretty well.
A few things
Yeah.
have, but for the most part, most of them have been bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Next up
What
is
is
What is
Elf.
this? Oh,
Elf,
no,
the movie,
Revolution.
like Buddy the Elf, and did a collaboration with I Heart Revolution, which is the cheaper
Buddy
version of.
doesn't wear makeup.
No, but we'll freaking say.
Maybe.
No. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. So all it is, nothing of this makes me happy, but the bubble bath bottle that looks like maple syrup is
Yeah, okay,
freaking
that's
adorable.
That's cute. But like maybe he should have done a collab with like a legging company and come out with like yellow leggings. That would have been
I think he should have done a
a lot more
collab with like
sensible.
a cereal company or a candy
Oh my
company.
god, yes.
Oh,
But I mean, other than that, there's nothing about this that's like, ooh, yay. Like as I said, oh, that's funny. Snowball peppermint
That's really
bath freezers
cute.
are called Son of a Nutcracker.
Oh
I know,
my
like-
gosh. Okay, the bath stuff
Like
is
it
kinda
makes
cute.
me happy because I do love the movie Elf and I do
Yes.
love Christmas movies. That's
Yeah.
why I think that the syrup bubble bath makes me happy. But I mean, everything else is just not. It's kind of like
Karen
the Fruity
says-
Pebbles.
Karen said, "Girl, neither is Chipotle, but here we are."
True.
I feel like with this launch, it reminds me of, I think it was our last time I was asking the question to everyone, like, do you need a palette to come out like right now that has to do with like what's happening right now, like seasonal palettes, right? Like do fall palettes have to come out in fall? Do spring palettes and so on, right? But then this takes it like a step further and it's like it's so Christmas themed. Like you cannot escape the Christmas. And so like if I was to buy this stuff, like I don't know if I would be wanting to use this outside of like the 12 days leading up to Christmas. Like I feel like that's just me. I know
your
that's not
Christmas
true for everybody,
season
but,
is
like-
only 12 days. My goodness, no. Like for us, it's like Christmas starts as soon as Halloween ends. It's like you move from one
Yeah.
holiday to the other
Well,
with the 3-day
true.
period for Thanksgiving.
I'm
especially
already
now
planning-
that the only few craft stores we actually have near us is Hobby Lobby and Joann's. And when I was a kid, Hobby Lobby, they started Christmas in August.
Oh,
They
yeah,
had their
here-
Christmas trees out in August.
Oh yeah, my
Cos-
Hobby Lobby
Costco
Christmas stuff
here.
is already on sale. They're already
Yeah.
like clearancing it.
Costco here does I think Halloween in June, and then Christmas starts in August. Like
Yeah.
all the decorations and things.
Why so
Oh,
early?
Because you got to get your piece of the pie.
Mhm.
Everything
I'm
has
gonna
to
try to
start
put my
early.
tree. I'm gonna try to put my tree up next week. I'm very excited.
I am typically someone who is absolutely obsessed with Christmas. I'm probably not even going to put up a tree this year. I got puppies.
Oh, yeah,
Puppies and
are gonna
cats.
Eat your tree.
It's not just the puppies, it's the cats because the cats like to climb the tree. And I guarantee you, if the cats climb the tree,
Yeah.
then the puppies are going to be after it. And it's like, yeah, I don't
It's
know.
just
And I'm,
safer to not.
Speaking of cats, has anyone been following along with Hannah Louise Poston's little smidge?
Yes, Smidge is
Um,
so cute.
I'm a huge Hannah Louise Poston fan, and
Mhm.
when she first introduced Smidge in a recent video, I've just been like stalking her Instagram, like waiting to see more pictures of this little
Yeah.
kitty cat, and there
Midge playing
was
with the dog was really cute.
Yes, it's the cutest.
So cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Tati Beauty is shutting down.
Yay. No, I mean, I don't say that to be mean. It's just like, I don't feel like Tati's brand. I mean, like, I know a lot of people love the Texture Neutrals palette, but like the Blendiful that came out is like, I know so many people had issues with it. I don't know if she's still running Halo or if that's completely shut down too, because I know that there were some legal issues with that kind of stuff. But a lot of it just doesn't seem like the eyeshadow palette seemed very thought out. Everything else, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love this palette. I was actually just talking about it a couple of days ago where I'm like, I should revisit this. And that was before this announcement came because I was like, oh, I should play with that. It's been a while, you know? I'm a little bit like sad about it because I was really, really hoping she was going to come out with like a volume 2, which was going to be like a cool textured neutrals type of
That's
thing.
probably the plan.
Yeah, it probably was. Like, when did this come out? Was it 2019, November 2019, I think?
I don't
Is
remember.
when I bought it. Is that when I bought it? I can't remember. I feel like it was around then. And then, you know, she came out with Blendiful, and then right after that, the Panini happened. So, like, what is a brand to do? And then with having to deal with the litigation issues that she had, I think that's kind of what sunk Tati Beauty. You know, because she's still got all of that going on. So
I feel like
yeah,
that a lot of times, like, influencer, well, I mean, in general, people will go into business and they think that they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to do, and it's so much more difficult to do the day to day. And if you don't have any business experience, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's hard even if you know every in and out of everything.
I honestly think that with Tati Beauty, she could have done it, but I just think the timing of it was unfortunate for her.
Yep.
No one knew that was going to happen in March 2020, right?
Yeah.
So
I wanted Tati to succeed. I watched Tati for a while before I got into makeup.
I used to love Tati. I think that she seemed so sweet and so genuine.
Yeah.
But
and I watched her before, like the whole I was never a big Shane Dawson fan. I was never a big James Charles fan. I was never a big Jeffree Star fan, and so I was like totally like team Tati. But then like I feel like the stories that got batted around was like so much confusion, and I feel like she just got caught up in all like these kids dramas, and it's like, but then, you know, it sounds like she did some stuff too, and like I don't know, but like it just really sucks because she seemed really passionate about this palette, and I wanted her to succeed, and now it sounds like she's just kind of like,
I feel like she was great when she was like writing solo. She just got caught up with a wrong crowd. You know, I think she just wanted to kind of be more a part of the community in sense of like knowing people and that kind of thing. Cause she didn't have that before, you know, it was just her in her little room doing her beauty videos.
Well, and I think sometimes you feel like she had her, like, I liked Tati, and this might sound wrong, but I liked Tati better whenever she was just in her room and not like associating with everybody. Like, to me, once she did that, it was like she wasn't the same person. So hopefully that makes sense on what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, good luck to her. Hopefully she can have, because I know she had talked about wanting to have babies and stuff like that. Hopefully this will clear some of the stress off of her plate. I understand that kind of thought process behind things because that's what I am doing at this moment, not to have babies, but because just stress.
Oh, hope not.
Nadia's like, Mom.
Exactly, Karen. No one deserves to go through what she did. Like her, like everything, all that stress, like her marriage almost, and like all that stuff was terrible. And I mean, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. But sometimes when stuff like that happens, you need to kind of take a step back, regather yourself, and then kind of go back to your roots. Like if she started posting again and not like I would probably watch her again because I did really enjoy what she put out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't been watching any of it.
Yeah.
I watched some of her things here and there. If the video like interests me, I'll click on it. But am
I don't even
subscribed
think
to
I'm
this, so.
subscribed at this point anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Next up is, this is a Beauty Bakery bite size. So this is what they sell, I think, at Target, or this is Target CVS exclusive. This is the sweet potato pie.
I like sweet potatoes.
Potato pie.
I've gotten some of their products in BoxyCharm, I think, and FabFitFun. And I think I gave away one of the palettes I had. I have one of them because I tried one and I was like, I don't really like the formula.
I'll be right back.
I haven't found anything from
Okay,
Beauty
yeah.
Bakery that I'm like absolutely in love with and obsessed with. Oh, wait.
I
love
the
just
con-
skip over this? Did I not talk about
Yeah.
this?
We didn't talk about it. We're just like, whatever.
talking about
Sorry.
You were talking about Tati.
Forget the eyeliner.
I didn't even realize.
Okay,
I want to try this.
This is a eyeline, eye define pen eyeliner. Takes me a second. It's waterproof, jet black liquid eyeliner that stays all day. It's a thin marker-like tip that allows you to create bold and dramatic strokes effortlessly for $16. It's not super expensive, but it does seem a little expensive for Juvia's Place. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's a little high for that. It looks good. I mean, from that I can see, but I would like to see a swatch of it, like how it.
Yeah.
But the tip looks awesome.
It's felt tip, right?
It says marker-like tip. Doesn't say felt. It just says marker-like.
That's probably felt.
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably felt.
So, and I think, and if it's the right firmness, this sounds so bad because we're talking about the tip and all that kind of stuff. That's where my mind goes. Anyways, but the firmness of it, I think, makes more of a difference a lot of times with liners than anything else, because I think a lot of times the liner formulas feel the same across the board. But if it's firm enough so that way you can keep a straight line, that's great. But sometimes they're either too firm where it's like it wants to drag, or they're too soft and they skip.
And
they don't lay down.
So hard. I'm trying so hard for you to not say that's what she said. And I could tell Betsy was trying really hard not to give me something to say that to.
I was trying to keep it PG.
You're like, how do I word this?
I was. So, but it's a liquid eyeliner. Again, it just depends on how it feels.
Yeah.
Next. Okay. So, again, I don't know. I haven't found anything from Beauty Bakery that I absolutely love. Let's just leave that one there. Next up, this is some liquid eyeshadows from Artist Couture.
So I saw these I'm in the Artist Couture like Glow Getters group that they have on Facebook, and I saw these like sneak peeked before they actually like released them. There's like that one shade in the middle. I'm like, ooh, it's pretty, but then again, I'm like, do I really need more liquid shadow? That pinky one?
Yes.
So pretty.
That rose gold, that is so up
it.
Kelly's alley. Like, that ain't it. Like, she loves those rose gold. But I don't, like, to me, if I want a liquid eyeshadow, I want it to be, like, super foiled. Like, that shade looks super foiled. But the rest of them, at least even from their pictures, they look kind of meh. Like, I don't know. Looking at it that close does not appeal to me in the least little bit.
I would rather have a further away photo.
What you gave me all your little ones that look kind of like this. I don't remember what brand it was, but it was like, maybe it was.
It was either Stila or Lime Crime.
It was the Stila. That's what it reminds me of.
But yeah. Okay, so nothing super interesting about it. And liquid eyeshadows, they're so expensive at this point, and they're like, I don't know what the price of these are, but I'm guessing they're going to be in the $15 to $20 range. And like, to own all 5 of them, so say they're $20 each, that's $100 right there for those eyeshadows that you may like. Unless you are obsessed with liquid eyeshadows, you're going to use a couple of times and they're going to end up drying out and you're going to throw them away. I
have to show you guys something. So I heard a sound and I got kind of freaked out because Apollo already left. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he really?
He came back.
He's like,
He's been doing this a lot the last couple of days where he'll fall asleep and he starts like wagging his tail really hard while he's sleeping. And so I think it was hitting the dresser behind me. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So that's why I was like leaning out of the frame, trying to like look for something. He's here the whole
I feel like
time.
he's like your little shadow.
He is.
The puppies make lots of noises in their sleep,
They
like
twitch.
and talk, and like they sound like gremlins and critters because they always make these odd sounds. But they're so darn cute. They're both knocked out. Like I can see them, and I keep like if you see me looking down, I'm like, "Are y'all still there?
Yeah.
Are y'all alive? Y'all breathing?" Because I have never had puppies that are this good. Like, and that sounds weird, but they are just the calmest
puppies.
dogs ever. Okay, so this is, who is this from? Apostrophe. Who is Apostrophe? I've never heard of them. Maybe? I've seen that logo though. Is that a Sephora?
Yeah.
But I don't know. So this
I've never
is a, what is this? To help with cellulite, I guess? What is it? Oh, no, it says acne? Why are they showing it on her butt?
Because people
butt
get butt
acne?
pimples.
Okay.
But
Knee.
Fight
yeah,
acne.
right there they say oil production to treat acne, back knee, butt knee, and chest knee.
Okay.
All the
Body
things.
acne.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, as someone who suffers with body acne, like I get
Yeah.
it. Like it's not fun. I get it all over my shoulders.
Mhm.
And it's painful.
Is this-
It's like because they get like deep, like, and it
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah, and they're like almost like sore, swollen type feel.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is this like an AHA type of product, or like what's in it that it?
It's it says right there, body
So-
by
Is that the only-
apostrophe.
Okay,
so
it
is
has,
it only one product?
no, there's several, but it has, so in the
Okay.
body one, it has clindamycin, which they do actually use. That is like something you can get as a prescription. So is doxycycline, which they're selling a pill of that. That's like, I didn't know they could sell that as like an over-the-counter thing.
This
But it
might be
also
a
has,
prescription.
and it also has niacinamide. No, because you don't, it doesn't say anything about a doctor to be able to get it.
But it could be like one of those like websites where you like,
I was like Curology.
because it does say 5% off your prescription order. So it could be like a Curology type situation
Okay,
where
well
you,
then that makes more sense to me than, but I don't know.
speaking of Curology, they have a new line within the same parent company that's now being targeted at the older audience. So Curology is definitely targeted at like younger acne sufferers, and now they have a newer one that's more targeted at like aging skin that has like retinols and everything. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in like a prescription type thing.
Prescription for your subscription.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm Googling and it says it's a prescription medication. So
I use CeraVe has a acne wash that I use. It's got the benzoyl peroxide in it, and that's what I use on my body, and that helps a lot. I think it's Dr. Dre. Is that her name? Dr. Andrea?
Dre, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. Yeah, she was talking about you can use
I
that
never
actually.
thought about it that way.
She's like, you can
guess-
use that stuff for your entire body actually.
Yeah.
Because what it'll do is like if you use like the benzoyl peroxide in your armpits, then it helps with like any
Bacteria.
odor causing stuff. Yeah.
But to me, okay, so this is gonna, like, to me, it's a little weird that it's not more prescription like, because this isn't something like, this isn't an over the counter kind of medicine or body wash or anything like this. This is prescription medicine, and that doesn't look like, that just looks like regular stuff. And some people, like, with it being actual medicine, I feel like it should look like medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
because you might confuse people, because that looks like a vitamin bottle
Yeah.
or just like a regular body wash. But I mean, if you're not prescribed to be able to use that, you can really screw up like your natural barriers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
I saw when I was just Googling that doxycycline has a lot of side effects, and
mhm.
I saw this one thing that said like doxycycline ruined my life. I haven't read it, but
Oh yeah, and that's part of it. Is like, and that's one thing you need to know. And they say this is board certified dermatologist, but I would definitely recommend, if you can, for stuff like that, you need to go see a doctor in person.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
I just feel
better-
weird about like
yeah,
I feel weird
Online
about like the
doctor
online
visits
stuff.
for like this
it's
kind
like
of stuff.
BetterHelp, right? Like they're not
Mhm.
all actually practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I was able to go online for the website. I think it's called Hims, and they do a bunch of different products. So they do like hair loss treatments and other like male needs. And it took me like, what was it, like 5 minutes to just like enter my stuff and get what I wanted from them. But at the same time, I'm like, but there's like no conversation. The doctor didn't really like, there's no follow-up questions. It's just like, okay, fine.
Well,
I
and
basically
there's
was like,
no blood work because, I mean, a lot of these things can affect hormones and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, I do think the doctors can tend to be excessive about blood work and like test and test and test, but there's also a reason behind it. I don't think you should be able to go online and just pick and choose your prescriptions.
yeah,
I
it's
mean-
weird. It's like there's a reason why we need to go to doctors. But I also, on the flip side of the coin, I do think it's great that there are companies who are trying to make healthcare more accessible for people, and especially like online stuff. And it's affordable as well. So like that's also really helpful.
I
for
always
people.
have a bad taste in my mouth for this kind of thing, and I'm going to be honest. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Theranos, which was there. I forget the girl. It was Elizabeth something who started this brand, and the idea behind it was to be able to do blood tests in like 2 minutes. Like they take a drop of blood and be able to test for all this stuff. They were implementing it like Walgreens, but they were still using the regular phlebotomist equipment and all that kind of stuff. Like it was a whole scam kind of thing, but nothing that she said was true about it. And once you like, because there's a documentary about it over on HBO, and you see like all the ins and outs, how much they lied and all that. It's like, oh, well, should I trust like stuff like this? Because it's like, that's when you're messing with your health. And like, I don't know, but I mean, doctors can mess with you too. Not all doctors know everything. We know
Karen the
this.
Thanos.
True. But yeah, I always watch those documentaries and then it makes me very distrustful. It's like
Karen's just on fire.
she is on it. Okay,
Oh, this looks so cute.
This is from She Glam. So this is Shein's makeup brand.
I ordered some of this.
Ooh.
I can't wait
Oh,
to
did
see what
you?
your thoughts
What'd you
are.
get?
I got both palettes.
Ooh.
I got
Okay.
all 3 of the pencil liners, and I got 1 liquid shadow. I think that's all I got.
Okay.
Well, I will have to wait and see what your thoughts are on it before
I
I
was
make
curious.
any judgment. I have
Yeah,
tried She Glam's eyeshadows, and they were
You tried the Pixel collection, right? Like,
yes.
yeah.
They
Did you like
were-
them?
No.
The inside of the palette looks like Byredo, like like the
Yeah.
format. It's really cool.
Mhm. Okay, let me see.
They felt like kids' makeup. They were very, very. You could tell that they were super duper cheap. Like the mattes were super thin. The shimmers were. Where's
Oh
the
yeah,
shimmer?
Betsy, I also ordered that peach sponge, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But it says on the website that it's for powder only, but I got it anyway because it was so cute. I was like, I want it.
You will have to let me know what you think, because this is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a
No,
little bit
I
more
got-
expensive too than the other ones as well.
Yeah.
So
I
these
guess
might be better quality.
What are those little ones? Are those highlighters? I didn't buy those.
That's a highlighter. It's
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get those. And then for the liquid shadow, I think I got Aqua Nova.
Yeah, you gotta let us know how that one is.
Yeah.
How they are.
Yeah.
They're pretty. They do.
Yeah.
I just can't tell if they're thin or not, and I can't wait to see
Same.
what your thoughts.
Yeah, I thought I would, put them to the test and see how they are. And I think
Ooh.
I feel like, did I get the similar twin flames to that Aqua Nova shade? So I was like, maybe I could just do like a comparison.
I think
So
that's
we'll
a good
see.
idea.
Twin
Yeah.
flames. I still at this point, like it's been so long, Rupy. It's been so long since we bought twin flames together at midnight. But I still
I
think
remember
about
that.
I think about it a lot. I think about it a lot and say, Stephen, do not buy makeup after 10 p.m.
No, I haven't even used this yet. I've used my Natasha Denona one. I love these.
Mm.
But twin
Can
flames,
I
man, don't
steal the
know.
show for a second?
Yes.
Okay, I want to show everyone what came in the mail today.
Like right now?
Like,
Yeah.
like right now? Right now?
Or did you already show us? Oh, yeah.
So it's my very
I
first
love-
mothership. A friend of mine was very generous and purchased this for me during the recent 30% off sale. And I'm just like, I love it. This artwork is beautiful. It has flies on it, which is really creepy. She's got like a gold fang or something. I love it so much. It's beautiful. It's like, oh, so beautiful. I'm not going to swatch anything because I still want to take a bunch of pictures and everything, but
Yeah.
this is the one that I have. I think, Rupy, you have this one as well?
Yes, I do.
I have that one. It's gorgeous.
I love it.
I'm so happy. So what I was thinking, like when I was purchasing, or when my friend was purchasing this for me, my thought was, I want to pick something that I know I will use, but also will push me a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I know that these neutrals right here, like this quad right here is like super like accessible for me to use. Like I could do this as like an everyday look, right? And then also like these like reflective tones here could also be worked into my everyday look. But I can't, this is so difficult to do backwards. But then these are like the party colors right here. You know, you've got the purple and the green and the orange. I'm backwards, Steven, I can't do it.
I like, okay, I know what you're trying to point to, but it's just funny to me because you can't point to it.
Here we go. I'll do it this way. So you got the Terra Cotta, and I wanted to show you all this because I was watching Karen Harris's video that she posted doing her ranking the Pat McGrath palettes, and I was just like, as I was watching that, I was like picking this up from the mailbox, and I was just like, oh, it's so beautiful. It is so heavy, guys. I feel like this
so
is
heavy.
almost weighs as much as like 2 of the Natasha Denona minis. Like this is like the same weight as 2 of those.
It's very luxe packaging.
Yeah. So I'm really blessed to have a friend who would purchase this for me.
Oh yeah,
I'm very grateful.
I should know, after all my anger and crying and tantruming, I ended up ordering Utopian Dream.
Oh, that's exciting.
You already knew that though, I thought.
Yes.
It's on
I know,
way.
but I like to experience the joy.
Oh, okay. You're just doing it again for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Stella asked if anyone has tried phytosurgeons. I know Steven's used it quite a bit. I have a couple of products, but I don't know.
I've never bought anything from them.
I'll give you
their formulas.
I'll give you my 5-minute rundown or 5-second rundown of phytosurgeons as soon as I wrap this back up.
Karen says she really hopes that you like your Midnight Sun because she was listening to you talk about your Zendo palette and thought you have really high standards.
Karen, I do have high standards. I do. So, okay. Phytosurgeons, high standards, right? I have to the right of me a bin. It's a big plastic, one of those Sterilite bins, and inside of it is everything I just decluttered from my collection, and within that bin holds all of my phytosurgeons, if that tells you anything.
So it wasn't your favorite.
Wasn't my favorite. I have seen people create really amazing, like, swatch and go kind of looks with phytosurgeons. I've seen people create really beautiful blushes with phytosurgeons. I do not own any blushes or bronzers or anything like that from phytosurgeons. I only have their potted eyeshadows and then one of their like highlighter putty things.
Yeah, I think I have one blush.
Okay,
Maybe.
I cannot for the life of me figure out how to use this formula. No, I've tried my fingers, I've tried brushes, I've tried digging out product, I've tried like sponges, I've tried everything to try to get this to work, and nothing works for me. And when I do eventually get some of the product like on my face, I'm incredibly disappointed with the way it looks, the way it wears. Like I feel like I put the intention behind those potted eyeshadows was supposed to be like a one and done, like just a quick wash of color, but there's no washing. It's like gritty and it's not beautiful. So I'm unhappy with it. I cannot recommend it to anybody because I don't know how to use it, but I do know there are people who like it. I know there are people who love it and use it very well. So I would reach out to some of those people.
Yeah, I might try playing with it soon, Stella. I'll let you know what my thoughts are. Maybe I'll do a video. I don't know. If you want a video, let me know. I can definitely do it. Also, yes, Jamila, I mean, I was going to resist the Pat sale at 30% off, and Steven knows this. But as soon as you posted about stacking that darn referral code, Jamila is the reason I bought my palette. Jamila's the reason.
Well,
yeah.
Utopian Dream with
I'm
as much
excited to
hate
get
as it got, is Utopian Dream is one of my favorite pat palettes. Honestly,
Yeah.
I really do. I think that the shimmers are super interesting in it, which is what part of the reason why I love Pat. But I mean, Pat McGrath is a whole experience. Like that is one brand that's part of the reason why I do love getting stuff from them, because it's everything about it feels so luxurious. Nothing other than the freaking primer feels cheap. And but I do not like that stick thing that's supposed to be like your eyeshadow base. That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for Utopian to get here, and then I think I'll do a full face of Pat McGrath, because I don't think I want to do it with my Midnight Sun yet, but yeah.
Yeah. When you stacked, I think it came to about 40% off.
Yeah,
that was the math that I did.
It was like almost the same price as getting the Celestial Odyssey palette.
Yeah, I'm very blessed to have had a friend who sent that along.
Yeah,
they've asked to remain
amazing.
anonymous, so I'm not going to say who it was.
No, that's all good.
But like I'm really happy, and like I was emotional when I saw it and I opened it. Like I was sitting in my car because I had to drive to my parents to pick it up, and I'm sitting there in my car. I opened up the package and I just start crying because I'm like, first off, like a friend who is like so willing to like be that generous with me, but then also like to like have this beautiful thing in front of me, and then also a bit overwhelmed because I'm like I need to do a good job now, you know.
So next up we have, this is the Kiko Milano, their holiday collection. This is a little confusing to me because like this is supposed to be the Metal Fantasy eyeshadow palette. Where's the metal? Where's the fantasy? I mean,
it's beautiful, but I don't see metal.
I mean, did you see?
It looks beautiful, but I'm not sure about the colors and things. And
looks weird.
I mean, it's everything. Their packaging, everything about this is very pretty. I nothing about it screams, "Yay! I need to go buy this." But if they have, I don't know if it says it has one of these. I do own one of their lip oil thingies. These are really good. Like I bought this a few months ago and it's almost empty, so that should say something. So, but other than that, I don't know. So we'll move on to the next one. What's next? The glam face palettes. I did end up buying. I bought the dark one because I wanted to buy something, and it wasn't super expensive. It was only $50.
No,
and I know when I say it's only $59 to some people, that is a lot of money. But you know, for Natasha Denona, that is very inexpensive.
Yeah, I think it was priced perfectly, like for what it is. I don't know. I am excited to try this. I was watching Babs Beauty because she reviewed both of them. And I'm excited that I bought the dark one because the shimmers in the light one look very flaky. Like they kind of get everywhere. She has a lot of fallout with those, but not with the deep one. They're just super shiny, metallic. I'm so excited.
Well, the
Does
dark
anybody
one
know what size of the pans are? Are they the full size? Are they the midi size? Or are they the mini size?
Yeah,
I don't think they're mini, but I'm not sure. I feel like they're probably midi size.
I wonder if they look more like the mini size. I could be wrong.
Karen, do you have this?
Yeah, Karen, did yours come in yet? Mine doesn't come till Tuesday, so I have no idea.
Mine will be here Tuesday, so I don't know.
You know what's really annoying? So I ordered it with the 20% off, and it gets here Tuesday. And there was no option to do buy now, pick up in store or any of that. And I checked yesterday and I could get it in store now. But before that, it said online exclusive.
Oh, I must have been waiting for the shipment.
Oh,
I must have been waiting for the shipment.
Okie dokie.
My thought on this palette was just like, I thought that when I first saw it, my reaction was, I'm annoyed and this is stupid for multiple reasons. If you've watched this enough, you know that first off, I hate face palettes. Second, I hate when you have face products in with eyeshadow products. When people are like buying makeup for travel, I'm just like, literally, how many times a year do you travel? Like seriously, like let's all be honest with ourselves. I also was like,
well, but some people do commute with their makeup. Like they'll put like they ride a subway or on a bus or whatever, and they put their makeup on when they're actually.
That's a thing.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, people do that.
Have you not seen people in traffic going? putting on their
No.
mask. Oh, you've never been stuck in like on the way work
No.
traffic. Then like
I guess
major-
I'm the person who's like, I'll just be late to work, sitting here at home doing my
Oh yeah,
makeup.
no. Like, if you go to Houston and you're like in morning traffic, you will see people. So that is
Putting on some
I
makeup.
understand this type of product for those type of people.
So what I personally think is so great about this, for someone like me who, has to be up super early for work, and if I didn't have time to, rummage through my stuff and decide what to do, I could just grab this,
Mhm.
put something on my eyes, put something on my face, and I'm done. Do you know what I mean? Like
That's
the
fair.
ease of
Totally.
use. And for a person maybe who doesn't have a makeup wardrobe like the rest of us, it would be a great thing to have because it would be their one stop. Let me just use this. For instance, your sister, she's kind of, that person that uses the one thing until it's all gone. This would be like a great option because she's got her whole face there,
Well,
and you just
Yeah.
apply in your bronzer. If you use bronzer and your foundation and concealer, you're good to go.
That
well,
totally makes sense. And I just
Yeah.
wish that there was like an option for, like, we had all talked about this as a group, like,
Yeah.
the eyeshadow. That's like, I think the thing that like really keeps me like hung up on this is like, she really like painted us into a corner here because we can't remove these eyeshadows and like make it our
Yeah.
own color story.
I wish they were removable so that you could pop in other shadows from other palettes and kind of make it one of those palettes you can use every day and you just grab and reach for it, but you're allowed to customize it at the same time. I think that would have been genius for her to do.
yeah.
So I think she kind of missed the mark on that part, but yeah.
Well, I honestly didn't buy it for the eyeshadows. I could care less about the eyeshadows. I have a lot of brown eyeshadows from Natasha Denona, but I do love her cream blush and cream highlight formula. So that's the reason why I bought it. Like the blushes that I have from Natasha are not that shade. They're not even close to this because this is more like a Terra Cotta-y color.
Yeah.
It's not like most of them I have are very pink.
Karen said, depending on the size, you couldn't buy her highlighter and blush for that price. That's true.
Exactly.
It would cost you more. Yeah.
So I'm happy with it. Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm happy with the purchase so far.
I'm excited as well.
We're like, okay, so why doesn't Trend Mood have melt? Why is there no melt? Like we're getting back there.
Should we jump over to Indie? Wait,
here
there's
it
the
is.
Ariana Grande lipstick, by the way.
Okay, hold on. Let's
yeah,
go.
Karen already sent it to me.
Oh, yeah.
The heck is that?
What is this? We'll go
There's
here and then
some
we'll go.
interesting releases, yeah.
Okay, so this is the Casa Gaga Italian Glam Collection by
This
House
is beautiful.
Labs. It's beautiful.
It's so
it is
beautiful. I really want to, but I don't know if I need it.
The highlighter, I've seen someone sent me the highlighter swatched out, and it looks so stunning. It's going to be too deep for my skin tone, but it looks beautiful.
Those look like everything about this is beautiful. Like this is what I expected from Lady Gaga. Other than this is, I don't want this to come across as rude, but this feels a little too elegant for her. Like, hopefully that makes sense because, like, I don't know. I don't think of her as being like super like elegant and all the time. I don't know.
This
but
kind
it
of gives
probably
me her from the American Horror Stories when she had to be nothing but glam all the time.
Yeah.
I think this is actually
based on the
because
Gucci movie.
Yes, the Gucci movie. That's what I was about to say because she's been working on that and like living in Italy for like the past year doing that.
Yeah.
So that's probably heavily influenced by it. It does scream.
I'm super excited to see that as well.
No, that looks really good.
But she's a phenomenal actress. So, I mean,
Jamie, you're right.
So like, talented.
The Gaga launches are very different. So you have like her like the black packaging House Labs. Then she came out with like that was a 6-pan eyeshadows, and then it was like the blush bronzer duos, and now it's like and then
there was like a silver
jazz,
eyeshadow palette or something in there too.
She came out with a jazz album with Tony Bennett, so she came out with that palette, and then she's doing this. It's almost like she's pairing every launch with like whatever else she's trying to promote in her career. It's just weird.
But yeah, no, I mean, the Italian part doesn't bother me because I see Karen saying apparently she's Italian. Yes, I knew that she was Italian. Her real name is Stephanie Giamonti or something like that. It is a definite Italian name. But so that part, like, I don't feel like that any way about that. It's just like her brand never seems super cohesive. And I think that's an issue. I mean, but as I said, I think that that's beautiful. I just wish that her brand would feel a little bit more cohesive too.
But I wonder if it's, yeah. I mean, I get that, but I wonder if she just wants to, execute her creatives as much as she can, like going from a meat dress to going to a bubble dress. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Well, I expect her to go every which way possible.
Yeah.
It's Gaga. It's Gaga. I don't think that she would just, be like, here's my tunnel and this is what I'm going to stick to. That's just not her.
Speaking of Gaga, did y'all see the post from Pat McGrath with the makeup she did for Lady Gaga's Vogue shoot?
Yeah.
It was breathtaking. Yeah. I watched it probably 100 times. I just took my breath away. She looked kind of like a Venetian clown jester kind of character. It was so beautiful. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. I think it's on Pat's Instagram page.
But
you may have to do that.
Whenever, and again, I want to make sure this was reiterated. Like, if I'm criticizing stuff like the brand or anything, that doesn't mean I dislike the person, because I love Lady Gaga. Like, I have every single one of her albums. I have seen, like, watched every movie that she's been in, every TV. Like, I think that she is phenomenally talented. But just for, and I think that sometimes you need to say, because I think people don't always disassociate brands from people.
Yeah.
Like, you can't see them as two different things. And it's like, oh, you don't like them, then you don't like Lady Gaga. Well, no, that's not how it goes.
Well, that's like saying, I love this blush.
It doesn't but you don't like exactly.
But if the product's good, I'm not going to say it's not good just because she's a crappy person.
Exactly.
I'm wearing it today. It's beautiful.
So, next up we have, this is Lawless, some mini eyeshadow palettes. I haven't tried anything from Lawless. There's nothing about this that is like, oh, let's go and try. Like, I don't know. This is so boring. This is so basic. There's nothing even, in my personal opinion, that draws me in or makes me want to try this brand.
Lawless, I feel like, is very much like Lorac. That's kind of the vibe I get. I've tried a setting powder from them, and I think I've tried maybe a primer. I wasn't mad at it, but I do want to try the glosses. I think I mentioned that in last Magpies that I wanted to try the gloss
because it has the maxi lip in it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get the mini trio. I might just get one, like a regular size one in a color that I would want. I don't think I need 3. I feel like here's the thing is with these gift sets, they kind of get us where like, oh, we can get 3 of them for like maybe a couple dollars more, but you get more product. But like, there's one color in this that I know I wouldn't use. So what's the point, right? So I think I might just buy. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the one that I want.
If anyone needs to be talked out of gift sets, Lauren May Beauty has done some great content in the last couple of weeks talking about gift sets. I bought this.
Rupy, you bought this too. These
I
are cute.
I don't think I have access to that.
Oh.
I bought it from Nabla's website the day.
Nabla ships to.
Oh, Jamila posted a video of the will I buy it basically, and she talked about this, and I think she was like bored by it, or she talked about how she doesn't like how the formulas will mix together in the same packaging, and I just like put my earplugs in, ignored her, went to their website and bought it.
So they've got those, and then there's a freckle pen, and so there's cream and a balm. I am never a fan of balms like for the face. Like Rupy, you know this. We've talked about it because we've talked about like those clear glossy face highlights. Nadia, I know I've talked about it with you too. I don't like the stickiness on my face. Like ever. So anytime I see balm and I'm like, that goes no. It's like an automatic no. But yeah.
Oh, question for anyone in the chat. I don't have it on me right now, but the rose quartz, or well, okay, not even the rose quartz. Even if you have the Naughty palette from Huda from last year, you know, the jelly weird sticky shade that the Petri dish.
Mhm.
If you have that, and if you have the highlighter, like the actual highlighter she came out with, what I need to know from you is the formula similar? Like, do they feel similar when you're applying? Let me know.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's next? This is the bullet lipstick. It looks like a vibrator.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
There it
mean,
is.
It is.
We can
It's a-
skip over this, to be honest, but
Can we switch to indie?
Oh, hold on. We got to do one more first. I think the next one. No, that's not what I want to see. Where's the next one? Not that. But Rupy has a great
yeah.
video on this. This is still a gorgeous palette. I did not purchase it. But
Rupy almost talked me into buying this.
oh my god, it's so beautiful. Everyone, I forget who I was talking to. I think it was Anara. She bought it because of me, and then said, "Oh my god, you were so right." And I was like, "It's just good. It's so
I think
good."
Rupy, in your video, you were like, I don't normally tell people to like
No,
go
I
like
don't.
buy things, but like I'm telling you, like you will probably love this. Like
Yeah.
it's like the perfect amount of neutral, the perfect amount of purple
Yeah.
and pink. It's beautiful,
it is gorgeous.
but I don't need it.
Yeah.
I did a dupe in the vibes because I was so interested in it. These though, these silk lip balms, I love those from Huda. They're actually
Yeah.
really, really good.
I'm actually gonna pick one of those up during this like sale, but I'm just waiting till like Friday to really just decide, because I only want to place one order. I want to edit it down. I don't want to buy like a bunch of stuff,
Mhm.
because I feel like if I place an order for it now, then in 2 days I'm gonna be like, okay, I want to order this too. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
wait till the end of it, and then I'm gonna place my order. So if it's in stock, great. If not, then oh well. Too bad.
Yeah, if something goes out of stock, you know what? You can always get it some other time.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so
But
For
you
some
can get
reason,
the rose
like-
quartz for 20% off. So
yes,
This color
your
right here,
deal.
like the powder that we're seeing on the screen, like the green and the blue right there up front, like
Yeah.
all I can see is Bulbasaur. I don't know why I'm thinking like Bulbasaur colors.
yeah,
well,
they are Bulbasaur colors.
I have the other 3 6-pans from the Beauty Bay and Disney. These are, I'm interested in these. I'm probably not going to buy them because I'm on a
Have
low
you used the other
buy.
ones yet?
Yes, they're so good. Like I love Beauty
Okay.
Bay's formula. They have great, great mattes, and these are to me like I love a good colorful eyeshadow. These are great for me because I like to use these and then pull in some of my singles, and it actually gives me a reason to use singles because I like shimmer.
Yeah.
So these are super cute. I mean, I don't know. I really like them, but I'm not going to buy them yet. And one of the things that Beauty Bay does for these, whenever I think it was Besame who did the collab with Disney for the Sleeping Beauty, they did the same thing where they actually Pantone match the colors that are on these eyeshadows to the steals from the original movies, which I
Yeah.
think is so cool. That's just
It is.
that's a movie nerd thing in me. Like, but
These
these are super
palettes
cute.
are very satisfying to look at. I
Yeah.
think because of the graphic design they did, the artwork on the front cover coming from the movies, the way they took the colors from that picture.
Mhm.
To me, it's incredibly satisfying. Every single one of them is beautiful. I am not going to buy any of them, but I do love them. I think they're beautiful.
And I mean, they're inexpensive. They're $11 each. And I think Beauty Bay, if you don't have like their free shipping thing, they're only like their shipping's like $5 or $6. It's not super expensive. Now, I think if you have to pay import tax, like for Rupy, if you have to pay customs, it might be more expensive.
It's not a terrible amount. I think it was like $13 or $14. It's not ridiculous. So like some other brands.
Next is
The reason why we're all wearing melt.
the Mariposa's collection. I bought the PR bundle. It was stupid expensive. Let's not get this twisted. It was freaking stupid expensive. But when I order directly from Melt's website, I guess because of where I'm at in Texas, I don't have to pay taxes on it. So yes, if I waited and bought like pieces from it from Sephora, I could have saved some money, but typically Melt doesn't do their brush bundles as a separate piece. They don't do their mirrors as a separate piece. These brushes in here, oh my goodness. Like everything about this just like, okay, I watched Laura's video over this. And if you actually look at this artwork in here, like her dog, that part of the grief and loss process, like her dog's face is in one of the roses. And they've got powder, like the blush palette looks interesting. The embossing, everything about this is so satisfying and so well thought out. That is what I love about Melt. I haven't bought anything from Melt that doesn't seem like the whole collection isn't cohesive and isn't well thought out.
So
But-
I'm not buying. I shouldn't say I'm not buying any of it because I decided I'm going to get 2 things from this collection when and if they come to Sephora. If not, then I'll order off a Melt. But it's the green and the gold gel pot liners. That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this today. I was planning to do this today, but if not today, then maybe tomorrow. I do want to dupe the vibes of this palette with my singles collection. So if you're interested to see a dupe the vibes, then stay tuned. It is coming. I've been thinking in my head of shades that I want to include, so I will do that soon. The reason, like, I think the palette is pretty. My thing is, I just don't know. Every time they switch their like pen shapes and stuff, I'm like, okay, but is the formula still the same, or like, what is it? And I was watching Laura and I think it's Dana, right?
Yeah,
Dana, her name? Yeah. Apply like even that gold glittery looking shimmer. It just didn't look that special when they, and that's the experience I feel like I had today. And Steven was talking about this too, how the shimmers are just kind of lackluster.
I completely, I will
And-
agree with you
yeah.
100%. That's always my critique for a Melt palette is 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
The shimmers aren't amazing, but I love their matte formula. And
Yeah.
like, if I were, and I always look at it this way, like if I were going to start a brand, Melt is like the complete and utter aesthetic that I would want it to be. Like, I love, everything is grungy. I love that aspect of it. Like, everything is very much fitting to like my vibe. Plus I love the way that everything is so thought out and everything gets me excited for makeup. Like, even if I don't love the shimmers, I can't wait to get my hands on this. Like, this comes out like I will have this in hand on Tuesday, and I'm like, should I do a live on Tuesday just to do an unboxing of it because I'm that excited about it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
But that's just, and I want to make sure that's understood. Like, most makeup brands, other than like Pat McGrath, even Natasha doesn't get me this excited.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, and that's part of it. It's like, this is something that I truly, truly love. That's why I didn't pass it up. And I knew if I didn't buy the entire thing, I would regret it later because I bought all of Beetlejuice last year. Whenever Muerte and Vita came out, Nadia and Caden bought me the 2 eyeshadow palettes as a Christmas present. But I still regret not getting the PR bundle because it had like the brushes and then it had the Serape print makeup bag. Like, I can still tell you the individual pieces in it. That's how much it excites me.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, I even kept the boxes, and y'all know I trash boxes. It's that, I mean, like, that should say something. I mean,
So
because you don't even have your mothership boxes, right?
no, I throw all those away. But on the shelf right there, I can see the boxes for Muerte and Vita.
Yeah. So I don't know. I struggled with the dark brown matte that I used from this palette. It was super patchy, and even now when I'm looking in the mirror, I can see it just it's just disappearing. So I don't know where are you going? Are you in my blood something right now? Like, I have no idea where the shadow's gone. Either that or it flew off my face. But I remember that struggle also with the Gemini palette. I feel like the mattes in the Mary Jane I didn't struggle with as much, but I also remember those ones feeling creamier than this. These feel dry. And I feel like Mary Jane felt, which actually it's fallen into a corner over there and I can't reach it. So I'll get it at some point. But I don't know. It's just, I feel like when I buy palettes, I buy them if I'm really excited about the shimmer shades. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm not at it with Melt. And that's why I want to dupe the vibes of this palette so I can add my own twist of shimmers into it, you know?
Oh, yeah. And I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, because I wish this even had, like, this was my thing with this one too, something lighter to put on the brow bone or an inner corner highlight so I don't have to use a highlighter for it, but we'll do something.
And also for
we'll
me,
see what I come up with.
For me also, it is a collectible.
Yeah,
makeup to me shouldn't really be collectible, but these are like, I own every single Melt eyeshadow palette. And even doing my declutter, like Millennial Pinks is definitely not one of my favorites. it
Yeah.
stayed because
Yeah.
I want to continue to have every single melt eyeshadow. But again, their shimmers are not as good as their mattes. Sometimes they can have issues
Yeah.
with mattes, but I think that happens with any brand. Like I've had some Natasha mattes have issues. I think the only brand that I can say that I've tried that, like for eyeshadow palettes, that have stayed consistent throughout is Pat
Can I guess?
McGrath.
I was gonna guess Pat McGrath. I was like,
Yeah.
let me guess first.
But I will say this, even like they had the Divine Rose, like the Rosy 6-pan from Pat McGrath, and I hated it. Like I got rid of a Pat McGrath palette because the shimmers weren't the good formula. So, I mean, there's that too. But again, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the blush formula because the only powder blushes that I do have from Melt are from the Royal Blush collection where it had the bees. And those are gorgeous, but they're shiny.
Yeah.
These are not shiny.
Yeah, I only bought one of those and I love that blush, the bee one, but
I bought the whole PR bundle for that
I
one
hate
too.
that blush.
oh yeah,
I
you
hate
did
it.
hate
I hate
it.
it so much, and I hate not just the blush, but I hate that I wanted the blush so much. I wanted it for so long, and then I finally broke down and bought it.
Which
and then
color
I
do
get
you
it.
have? Did you get the raw honey that has the more cool toned?
No, I think mine's a little orangier, but like I can't remember
Oh,
which
you
one
bought
I
the
have.
coral one?
Probably.
I
I think
you
it's in
got
this. I think it's in my
Buzz
declutter box.
Buzzkill or something. I don't know
I
what the
think
name of it was.
Buzzkill. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
it's like the
it's
peachy
just
coral one.
it's just a bunch of like freaking glitter on my face, and I'm not into that.
Well, if you ever
But
decide to get rid of it, Steven, I'll buy it off you.
I'll just send it to you.
Oh yeah,
That was the
Jamila,
only other color.
The bee blushes are a highlight, and I
Yeah.
have found out that like on the cooler toned blush, do not wear a bronzer with it. You will hate how it looks, or at least on me, it was terrible with a bronzer. It was too cool tone with it. But yeah, I love all things that have bees.
That's why I wanted it, because I love bees. But
So okay, let's go on to Indy next, because now we're getting into like some makeup brushes, which are not a bad thing. It's just, do I need any more makeup brushes? Do
No.
any of us need any more makeup brushes?
We have so many.
Okay, so let's go over. So this is Indie Makeup Spotlight. So we got Lunar Beauty. We've already seen that. There's the... Okay, so this is Clarity Cosmetics. This is what they're releasing for
Ooh.
Black Friday. And this is the Magic Carpet Palette, I think. Wasn't that what they called it? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It looks pretty, but I ended up decluttering
Mm.
all of my Clarity palettes, not
Yes,
because...
baby.
Their mattes tend to be on the drier side, and like their shimmers on almost every palette, if they didn't come like that, then over time their shimmers would like leak oil out into the palette, and that was not amazing.
So I have only had one experience. I'm sorry. One experience with them, and that was that So Amazing palette.
Mhm.
I hate the mattes. They're sticky and they're ashy. But the shimmers were beautiful, but yeah, you're right. They kind of do have an oiliness to them. That was one of the ones I was contemplating on. I haven't done my declutter yet, but in my mind, every time I pick up a palette, I'm like, am I going to keep this? And that's one where I'm like, maybe I'll just keep the singles and toss the mattes because I hate them so much. But I would use those shimmers,
But
I don't understand this color story. I don't like the packaging. I don't like that there's a brush holder in it, because I think that's just a waste of space. Just sell the brush with the palette. So many things about this. Just the font. I can't stand the font. It just looks cheap. The color story is so confusing.
Yeah.
No. Next.
Yep. Next. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse.
Oh.
I see a peppy. A peppy is away.
Ooh.
So this is from Menagerie. This is their Polar Lights. I like the name of it. Highlighter. Or highlighter. So there's two. There's a more yellowy one and there's a more gold one. So with Menagerie, like I gave Nadia the blush palette. Even though it's beautiful, I feel like their blushes are a tad bit too pigmented and a little on the dry side. They don't like to blend out the best on how I like them to work.
Mhm.
And I kept the Indigo ink palette, but I did end up getting rid of my Serenity palette, which was the collaboration between Annette, because I feel like Menagerie, the old shimmers were thick. Does that make sense? Like they were,
They're
so
chunky.
yes, and like crumbly. Like even when you use a glitter glue, it's, I don't know. So that is not the type of shimmer I like. But these look pretty. But I do not need any more highlighters. But the packaging on this, like the little freaking adorable little polar bear eating snow.
I like the pinky one. I feel like I don't have a lot of pinky highlighters. I mean, that's cute. But I don't know if I'll buy it because, again, it'll be one of those things that if I do, Betsy, I'll probably ship it.
Okay.
Just ship everything to Betsy.
Hi, my Shadow.
Shadow.
Oh, hi, puppy.
This is Shadow.
Mine's running in his sleep.
Is
His
Honey
paws are
asleep still?
going.
She walked away, so I don't know what she did. Hi. That's my face.
Oh.
That's my face.
I wish I could just like have Apollo on my lap during a video, but then I would be like here, and he would be like whole
screen.
situation.
Apollo's like twice the size of you.
Yeah. Okay. Also, speaking of that Menagerie blush, I really only want one shade, and it's that weird yellowy one that Batty Bean loves.
Those
like it'll
colors
probably make
don't
me
look
look-
good on me. Hi.
I'm like,
how are
it'll
you?
probably make me look old, but I still want it.
Yeah. Maybe find a yellow eyeshadow that looks similar to that and try that first. And then if you do like the way it looks on you, go ahead and get the blush.
That's my
Actually,
face.
that's true. Maybe I'll try like one of my mustardy shades on my cheeks.
I think that would be a good idea.
Oh, I guess they were already live. They sold out the
Hi, honey.
highlighters.
This is sold out as well, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah.
So, but you like the new Ace. Hi, baby. You like the new Ace Beauty formula or Beauty?
Beauté. I think it's Beauté.
Hi.
So I think the new Ace Beauté formula is better than the old one.
Okay, I will love on you next.
Honey.
I think the mattes are more pigmented. I think the mattes are smoother to work with. The old mattes felt very dry, and they had that kind of dryness where it wasn't like a blendable dryness, because that's also a thing, right? Where it's like more powdery and you can like kind of blend it out that way. The old formula I felt like was like kind of skippy, like it kind of like skipped on my eye a little bit. Whereas this formula, the new one, I feel it has more stick and adhesion, and so it felt like it stuck, like the powders would stick to itself.
I can't fit you both in my lap.
Do it. We want both.
I can't fit you both in my lap.
I want them.
She's like, watch.
What are you doing? Okay.
I do think that the shimmers were basically about the same. I do feel Ace Beauté shimmers are very thick shimmers, but they're not like textured like the Menagerie.
Go outside? Okay, you got to get off my lap to go outside. You got to go. You got to get off my lap. No, you doesn't mean to come back. That doesn't.
Just go outside.
She doesn't. This is what. Okay, brother, you got to let her down. Can I put you down? Why are you not letting me put you down?
She's like, no.
She wants to be on YouTube.
Okay, you can stay.
YouTube star.
You can stay. Never mind.
Now she's gonna fall asleep like that.
So I don't think any of us bought this palette, but I do believe Karen Harris
Karen bought
has it and has already posted a video with it, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Millie
So if anyone...
said she also got hers too, so she'll probably have a video coming soon. But yeah, Karen's got one, and I think Amy or Annette had a video too. So
I believe Amy has a video up with it, like a first impressions. I think it's beautiful. I really, I don't know who I am, what has happened to my body, but apparently I'm into grungy makeup now. So that's something that I'm learning to deal with.
I'm really off on you.
Can change.
You are. I just think like greens and blues always pull me in, but then when it comes to putting on my eyes, I just don't think cool tone greens and cool like look okay on me. But who knows?
You're wearing blue today and you look
I'm
fabulous.
wearing blue today. This is kind of like what I did for the
Do
genie
you want to
look,
go potty? You want to go
Yeah,
outside?
it kind of is.
but
Yeah.
I don't know.
See if they'll go
I
out for
think
you.
Ace Boutte is a good formula overall. I'm
Yeah.
happy with the formula. I know some people I know Haley, for example, has no issue with the older formula. I
didn't
I
have
apply
an
makeup
issue with it.
differently.
I
I
mean,
apply
I
makeup
think
differently,
that's
and
the
so I
thing
think
is
that's my
some people
issue.
just find, I think some people just find ways to make things worse, like, or worse, work. Wow.
I do
like
make
the-
things worse.
like the ABH subculture palette. I have like the OG one, and people complained about that to no end. They hated it. They were not into that formula because it was so kick-uppy, and I made it work for me, and it worked for me, and I still have the same original palette.
I gave mine to Nadia.
That color story, though, this reminds me actually of
Mhm.
subculture now that I think about it.
It's kind of almost a mixture of subculture and Prism. But I kept my big pro palettes from Anastasia, but not the little ones, because I like a more pigmented eyeshadow. And I feel like a lot of times
that totally looks like that vibe.
it's very
Just without
similar.
the pukey greens.
But the pukey green is in the Prism. But yeah,
I feel like it's more like a highlighter tone.
It's very hard to tell. Like, and that's part of
Yeah.
it. Like, whenever you're looking at stuff on a screen, it's so different in person.
I know.
But this is a beautiful color story. And if you're interested, get it. Ace Beauté has a great, where they did have a great formula. So this is them re-promoting because they changed the formula on everything. What is this? This is the BK Beauty. Oh, they came out with lipsticks and lip liners. I knew that they did. I just wasn't paying attention because unless it came in a PR bundle, I ain't buying any more lipsticks. I don't need any more lipsticks. I need more lipsticks like I need another hole in the head.
Yeah. But the formula looks amazing, but I also don't need these right now. Maybe in the future, when those Angie hot and flashy brushes come back, I might grab one, but I don't know. I don't really need it.
Those are
lip
good
liners,
brushes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the lip liner, I really just want it for the mini 101 or whatever, that little concealer brush. I've been waiting for that.
Yes.
That concealer brush is fantastic, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth it.
I will not grab these lip liners. I hate lip liners like this.
I don't like the shape of them.
Yeah, no. Steven, also Jamila had asked what blue shadow you're wearing today. I know you're wearing the Blueprint palette, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, hold on one second.
If it's only one sparkle.
Okay, so while he's doing that, this is two new Alamar Cosmetic Desnudus lip liners are available now. You can grab the full Alamar lip liner collection for $54.
I'm not really excited about this.
No. Lip liners are not like there's those things that I have to use every once in a while, but none of them are like, ooh, let's, So this is the It's Belle New Dawn of Fall palette. Did they release that yet?
I think it already sold out.
Oh, really? What did it look like?
What did it even look like?
I don't remember even seeing it.
Go to their page, maybe. This is old. It's from October 13th.
Oh, then yeah, we've probably talked about it. Let's go to luxury.
So this is what I had used on my eyes today. I used this dark matte blue, and then these are the shimmers that I used. But I wasn't getting as much impact as I wanted from it. So then I pulled out my Terra Moon singles here, and I used the shade Counting Stars over everything. I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Ooh.
And this is
just
like
FYI, guys, that It's Belle palette didn't launch yet.
Oh, it didn't? Okay.
Yep. There's
so
only
don't listen to anything I say. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So it's very beautiful as well. This is Counting Stars from Terra Moon. It's one of my favorite shades from them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I had to pull out the Blends Bunny palette because Melt didn't have enough blues for me to blend anything out. So I pulled out my Blends palette and used these. And then the under eye is some of these purples and blues as well. So that's what I used.
So
all the blues.
All the blues.
Guys, this highlight is so pretty.
It is. This isn't anything new though. Like, I don't
No,
think
it's
that's
not,
in
right?
shit.
Wasn't that already released?
Yes, this
Yeah.
is the Lisa Eldridge foundation. I don't know if we talked about it a little bit last time, but
Yeah.
now that I've seen the whole packaging, I hate the packaging. I hate the freaking packaging. Why can't you make a flat bottom bottle? A bottle that will stand with the rest of your foundations. They need to stand together. They
Nah.
don't need to be separated.
I don't mind
It's
because
pretty.
I'm changing my like storage and organization a little. Mine are gonna lay flat now, but so I don't really care. But I didn't end up buying it because it was 73 Canadian dollars. And me and Karen were planning on making an order together. And I was like, you know what? This isn't limited edition. I don't need it right now. I have another foundation that's on the way today, which is a repurchase. And I have ones I need to declutter and ones I need to get through. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe in her spring restock, I can get
Yeah.
it then. And
Her
maybe I can
page
also
said
grab a
that it's
blush
not
because
limited. Like she
No, it's
plans on
not.
having this restocked more often than everything else.
Yeah. This is going to be a more permanent product than her lipsticks. I think her lipsticks, the reason they're so delayed, I guess, in the restocks is she wants the lipsticks to be fresh. She doesn't want
Yeah.
you to have old lipstick, which I think is great. But yeah,
Which
I
is
think I'll
great
put
if
this
you
in-
actually ever use a lipstick. When's the last time any of you have used lipstick? Because I haven't, God knows how long.
Eh.
I mean, like actually finished off a tube of lipstick, not a lip balm, not a lip gloss,
like
a
used
tube.
one up.
Yes,
Used one up.
used
probably
and lipstick up.
2013.
See,
So I wanted to just like touch base on the bottle real quick though. Like I don't have an issue with it, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the way I keep my foundation. All my foundation is in like a carry bag. It's like this big, and I just have all my foundations just in that bag, all laying on their sides already. And so I don't have like the same storage stuff that everyone else does. I just keep everything in a bag. I don't need my foundation to sit up like soldiers in a row. I don't care. I just throw it in a bag and then I just like stick my hand in. Who am I using today? And just pull one out.
Yeah.
I watched her video too, and it was just an amazing video. She spent like maybe like half the video just talking about why she's doing what she's doing with the foundation, why it was designed the way it was, and everything. And she wanted the foundation bottle to stand out and be different, and because she was basing it off of like pieces of art that she loves, and like
Yeah.
I love that. I love everything about this foundation, but I'm with Rupy where I'm not buying it because I have enough foundations. I literally just said I have a bag full of foundation, so like
Yeah.
I'm not buying anymore for 61 USD.
Yeah. My goal is to buy like by spring, maybe by birthday-ish, which is at the end of March, is to use up a couple of the ones that I do have and love. And then I can buy this for myself as a gift. I think that's probably what I'll do. Because
my
I do want to
love-
try it out.
Mhm.
But I
Yes.
don't need it right now. So I'm trying to condense my stuff, not, I have 1.5 lip drawers. Like, it's ridiculous.
that's my
You don't-
thing. It's like
Ridiculous.
I don't need any more. But and I get the thought behind it because it's an art piece and it's beautiful and like packaging design. But on top of that, because of the way I like to store my makeup, because I like I have it now in a rolly cart.
You want them upright, yeah.
Yeah, so I can grab and use it.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I feel like if I was storing my makeup upright, I would probably want it to have a flat bottom. You could probably use the little casing it comes in to hold it.
That is what she said in the videos. You could just keep
If
the
you want.
bottom of it,
Yeah.
but that's going to create a larger footprint for the foundation
Yeah.
bottle.
Well, yeah,
Hi,
because then
baby.
it'll be like this big.
Mhm.
You want to say
Yeah.
hi again? You can come back.
Oh my
I'm
to
sure
God,
we're just
yes.
watching makeup.
Stella is saying that the only person she sees consistently use up lip products is Paulina, and it's so true. Oh my God, Paulina uses up lip products like nobody's business. Like, I'm shocked at how many she
Yeah.
gets through. It's
Pa-
crazy. Her palettes look so used. Everything in her makeup collection looks so used, and I'm like, okay, I need to start like just like swishing my brush and
Well, I don't want
Right.
to just use it to use it up. I mean, like other than liquid products. I mean, let's get
No, but
because
she doesn't use it to use it up. I mean, she like actually uses it on the daily. Like if she's doing an eye look, sometimes we'll go into 2 different palettes rather than just one palette, right?
but she still has like the amount like, and I've followed her in the past, but the amount of stuff she uses up with as large as her collection is, it's like, how do you do that? Like, I don't understand mentally because I wear makeup every day and
Yeah.
I've never hit pan on an eyeshadow. Like, in
Maybe
my
she
entire...
uses maybe she has like a little drill in her makeup kit, and she like drills little core samples, and that's how she does her panning.
That is a good idea, Karen, to prop it up. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, how do you do that? How do you actually, you know, because a lot
Just
of the
sandwich
stuff...
it between other foundations.
Exactly. It's like, but how do you use it like that? Like, I mean,
Pretty.
maybe it just seems odd. Like,
Mhm.
even like,
Oh,
I don't know.
Molly says that she didn't like, and hi Molly, it's all good you're listening, that's fine. She didn't like the Lisa Eldridge foundation. It's not ideal for dry skin.
Mhm.
Darn, then I might not like it. Well, I'm not fully dry. I'm like normal to dry. Who should we interview?
Paulina? I think it was
To see how she uses it for me. Oh, totally. I'll do it.
I mean, but you see, I mean, I'm not trying to criticize or anything like that. It's just I don't physically. I mean, because I do get a lot of use out of eyeshadows, not so much, but like blushes, bronzers, that type of thing, and it's so freaking hard to hit pan on anything that's powder.
Well, like the thing is, like, okay, for her with her eyeshadow palettes, what I've noticed is she doesn't buy a lot of new eyeshadow palettes. So she just recently got the rose quartz, I think, but other than that, like, she doesn't always buy. She's not buying like we do, you know, like if we're buying, well, we don't anymore, but I mean, like we were buying palettes and we're like, okay, review this, put it away. Now we're gonna review this, put it away, and we'll still use our older things. But she's using those older things consistently. It's kind of like Steven with his Biba palette.
Yeah, but Steven uses it all the time. Have you hit pan on anything yet?
I am like probably like a week or two away from hitting pan on one of the shimmers. But the thing is, like,
also, you do your makeup differently than Paulina. I feel like Paulina really goes in and creates these, you know, sometimes dramatic looks. You don't.
I don't use a lot of.
You're very soft and airy with your makeup application. You know.
I just keep stacking on the shimmers, guys. I'm over here like just like having fun with my Terra shimmers.
Yep.
Here, I'll swatch something too now for fun.
But yeah, I mean, as I said, it's not me trying to be judgy. I honestly want to understand it because, like, I don't know. Even when I had very few eyeshadow palettes, I still didn't hit. Like,
mine doesn't want to.
Stop. Okay, so
swatch party.
Why are they so stinky?
Because they're puppies.
They have gas, and it's not fun.
Puppies. I think puppies get a lot of gas because they're doing the puppy food. The puppy dog food is full of protein, which makes them super gassy.
Well, they're eating
Karen says Steven has smaller lids.
I do. I do have like tiny lids. Like the only reason my eyebrows are so high up right now is because of all the Botox.
Gotta do what you gotta do to give yourself some more.
Guys, I got $1,000 of Botox in my forehead right now. It's fucking crazy.
So
your forehead looks amazing.
It does.
It does.
So next up, there's 8 new shades of the, what are these? Those are, I think those are like those slippy lips things. The slippy lip things.
The balm ones.
Yeah, those are good.
What they're called.
I don't know, but I really enjoy those from YSL. I did finish off many of those. Okay, so this is all boring stuff. Like this is all her stuff. Okay, I don't see anything. Oh, here's the Byredo thing, or Byredo.
So pretty. Oh my god.
This is gorgeous. That is stunning. That is so freaking pretty. But I do not need a black gray eyeshadow. I mean, there's literally like there's.
What is that, Steven?
This is
on your wrist.
It is Hyperion.
And the dog's playing behind you.
They're playing right here beside me.
Yeah, no, because
I don't think I have Hyperion. Ooh. That's pretty.
I think
I have so much lid space, but my problem is I don't use my makeup. If I did my makeup every day because of my lid space, I would probably use shit up so quick.
I really like this Byredo like format and everything like that. If I had the money to buy luxury makeup, well, I guess I do. I buy Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath, so I should just shut up.
If we just didn't spend it on so many things and just bought the one thing we could, you know?
I'm very drawn to this. I'm drawn to this in the same way that I'm drawn to like the Wayne Goss palettes or like the
Yeah.
Tom Ford quads. Like I'm drawn to it. Like this
I
looks like a
love-
beautiful piece of art.
I love that it's like a weird shape. It looks like a pebble, but it's
Are
not
you
wasted
chewing on my
space.
shoe while it's on my foot?
It looks like a worry stone.
It does. That's what I was gonna say. Like
Ah.
the ones that you sit there and like. Where did
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
go? What did you? Where
Like a
are
little
you?
onyx.
Yeah.
Where did y'all go?
I want to just cover my body in
They just-
shimmer and glitter right now.
But yeah. So I think that we are done for today.
Yes, Karen, I will grab my ND face palette and do my makeup in the car. Should I film that while Varun drives doing my makeup in the car?
Do it.
Yes.
I don't know where I would prop up my camera. We'll figure it out. Someday that'll happen. It'll
Yes,
be like,
I want to see that. But yeah, so
Oh,
that's
look
part
at that
of it.
highlight. Ooh.
She
Wait, what?
is. So the
I'm just
the
being a
her
weirdo
make-
over here.
can I be real? I really don't like this page, the chic profile or whatever. It
Well,
just,
what am I supposed to else? What? That did not come out.
I know.
Right at all. Like those words were not in the correct order in the
It's
least little bit.
I know what you meant. I don't know. There's Angel Naked, but hers isn't in English. She is starting an English page though.
We need a
saw.
luxury will I buy it page. Like
I
just
need
for
to-
luxury makeup. Or we need to actually post on ours.
Oh, I need to vlog that. I was like, clog what? My pores are probably clogged right now with all the makeup on my face.
Okie dokie. So let me stop.
I will try my best to vlog it. Oh my god,
this.
Steven. He's just like, do you see his nose?
I love it.
Ah.
I love it all.
Oh my
I
god,
dig
I
it.
love that.
We need to do a swatch party Magpies live where we just like play with makeup.
Yes, we
Let's
do.
watch it.
Yeah. Oh, also on that note, I guess we can probably
Just so
decide
y'all
now.
know, if you hear stuff, it's do y'all hear that?
Yes.
Oh,
They're going to town. Can you not chew on my desk?
Steven, you look amazing right now. I freaking
love
love
it.
it.
Come here.
you know you're gonna go to wash your face and you're just gonna be straight up just chrome everything.
Why are y'all
Yes.
chewing? Come here.
It's not
I
gonna come
love
out
your
for
lips
days.
right now. Your lips with those eyes, like
Yeah, actually,
something is
that is
happening.
good.
I was gonna say, so next Magpies is in 2 weeks, and it's the Magpies before Black Friday. That week is when Black Friday sales will start popping up. And I know last time everyone had said yes, we'd like a Black Friday sales type of edition. Do we still want to do that?
Yeah, I
'Cause
think
we'll
we
have
could do
to
that.
I'm down with Black
Yeah.
Friday.
Like, do you mean like an anti-haul or you mean
No.
like us like
Just
Okay.
talking
I mean-
about all the deals and things
Uh-huh.
like
All
that
the
going
deals,
on.
and we can talk about products, I guess, that we can actually recommend if we've tried.
Yes.
You guys know I'll be hyping up Davina the whole time.
Well, and part
Um,
of the thing with Black Friday is it's always a good place to get things that have already released. A lot of times there's not a lot of new
Yeah.
releases. Like I know Davina does have some new stuff. I think there's a couple other brands that have new stuff,
They
but
always-
most part,
Yeah.
Mhm.
They always do one Black Friday new release, and it's always already discounted.
mhm.
So you won't get an extra discount on that, but everything else will be discounted. So, ooh, apparently the new that LYS
Mhm.
beauty brand, their highlighter is a dupe for the Hermes. If anybody
Oh,
wants to know,
Oh, the only reason I want the Hermes is because the
the
stupid
embossing.
embossing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same.
that's the only. I mean, I will be a complete like I am a packaging whore. Like you
Yeah.
give me beautiful packaging, it's like yes, I
Yeah.
want you. I will never touch you, but I want you. I want you
Ooh.
sitting in my collection.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So-
like I don't know. I prefer the embossing though on the new Pat McGrath highlighter that was part of the holiday collection. Like I
Yeah.
like the crown more than like the H.
yeah.
I'm
So
I'm down for
thinking-
anything. I can always share my comments on whatever.
Yeah. I'm
So-
thinking also, like, my stuff is pretty accessible, so I don't mind just getting up and grabbing something to swatch. If during that video anyone wants to kind of know about things, we can just kind of make it a very casual live.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. Molly's like, I start having anxiety about Davina about a week before. It's a very stressful. It is, because it's one of the ones that sells out super fast. Oh, Steven.
I love it.
Just mix it all up. And I just signed up.
Karen
earlier in
Harris
the
was right. I
chat.
got bored with new releases, and I just like.
Yeah, clearly.
Started.
Earlier in the
gonna-
chat, I did sign up for Divina Week, so I don't know if I'll do it this week. I'll do it the week of the 14th, where every day I just do a video about a Divina collection, and I can do swatches and all
I
that
definitely
good
need
stuff.
you to focus on Divina stuff because I don't think I'm gonna need anything from Black Friday. I think I'm
What
pretty
did you
much
do?
like on a no by the rest of the month. But
Yeah.
if I
Were
was
you
to get something,
biting
I would love to hear your
batteries?
thoughts on
No,
things.
no biting batteries.
No biting batteries. Oh gosh.
Okay, so we're gonna end this here.
Yeah.
I've got anxious
Puppies on the
to deal
loose.
with.
We have
That are
puppies
now
on the loose.
awake.
We have Steven just putting anything shimmery and shiny.
My
all over his
ADHD took
face.
over. What can I say?
So next time it will be on Rupy's channel. So
Yes.
be sure to watch that. Everybody is linked in the description box. But yeah, let me know also if y'all want to see the melt unboxing on Tuesday. I'll schedule it if y'all do.
I think you should do
I think you should.
Yes. So I have to schedule it for like 7 or 8 because you won't be able to bring it to me from the shop till then. But other than that,
Maybe you can just do like an unboxing and swatches of everything. And
yeah,
then
I
you can
probably
just-
won't do a look.
Yeah, and then do your look during your actual filming
Yeah,
when you're doing your video.
I think so.
I think that would be fun.
I'm
Steven, you
excited.
look so amazing. I love that lip. Oh my god.
Oh, let me
What
tell
is
you
it?
what's on my lip.
What is
the
it?
gold. It's
Yeah.
I think it's
Cleona Ultra Metal thing.
it's Ritmo.
Oh, Ritmo from Terra Moons. I have
Yeah,
that.
this is all Terra Moons on my face.
I'm gonna go put it on my lips right after this.
Yeah, it's a little dry right now, but I mean,
Yeah.
go ahead,
I feel
have
like
at it.
over the lip I have right now, Space Age Prophecy would look amazing. I might try it after I take some pictures of this.
And like when you're wearing like traditional Indian outfits and everything like that, would a gold lip ever be fitting or appropriate? No.
Nobody
Oh.
really does gold lips, yeah, but sparkles on the eyes and everything.
Okay.
Karen, just to let you know, the reason why I can't drive and go get it, I am not cleared to drive yet. So, yeah.
Drive where?
To go grab my collection from.
Hey,
the
you never
shop.
know. I may take a lunch or something if it comes in and drop it
Please.
off.
Yes. But yeah, I'm not cleared to drive yet, so I kind of have to wait around and have everybody else do things for me. It is the most depressing thing I could ever deal with, honestly. I do not like having not to have like my power. But yeah, this was fun. We will do it again in 2 weeks. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us. And I will schedule in an unboxing on Tuesday. So be sure to check it out. Anybody else?
Bye,
have anything
everyone.
else? Okay.
Sorry for my clownery.
Bye. Love you.